haven't they, St Bede's and St Joseph's? Steps in now and converts. 5 out of 6 as far as she's concerned. It's been a productive afternoon.
Yeah, she's doing really well with the boot there. She's got a good technique going on and a good kicking style, and then makes really good contact and follows through on the ball. So she's doing really well in that area too.
We're about midway through the second half period now.
Yeah, Archbishop are doing really well. You know, they'll have a good strong carry here, I'm sure, but I think if they can just speed up their ruck speed, they'll become a little bit more dangerous, because I think St Bede's just have that speed advantage on them. And
we have been extolling the virtues of the attack of Farida Mack, but she's done 2 tackles on the bust there, hasn't she, and really slowed them down and kept them in the middle.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't go hiding in defence either. She gets herself involved in everything.
Fuller. Good carry down the left-hand side for Archbishop Centre-Mount. Smith ducks one way, then goes the other, straightens up now. Almost makes it as far as the 30-metre line. Referee Sophie Lunch keeping an eye, making sure everything is okay. She's keeping the game flowing. I like that with referees. Ball
yeah, she's doing really well, is Sophie. She's letting the game flow, picking out what she needs to, like this here. I think it was just slightly high. She's just intervening when she's got to, really, and letting it flow, which is really nice to see, and she's controlling it really well.
I mean, this is why, you know, because I want to speak, you know, of that, because I think this is real maturity in the match official performance as well, isn't it? In letting that game flow. Because let's be honest, you could pick a penalty with nearly every play of the ball back.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
You wanted
it's
to.
About managing that game, speaking to players, and I'm sure Sophie's doing it down there because you can see players reacting to her. She's guiding them through what they need to do and then picking out the standout ones that she's got to give.
Run coming in from St Bede's and St Joseph's. Chloe Fasanya done the last 2 carries as well, to be fair. Oh, I thought she was going to rip the ball out then. It was a good challenge from Hall. And here's Mary Rondari right through the middle, picking up pace, picking up space. 45 metres away from the line. Now Mack, the danger player, brushes out of 2 tackles, goes down the left-hand side. Oh, she's got through again. It's try number 6 of the game. That is an individual try of brilliance, that.
Yeah, good individual try from Farida again there. You know, she backs herself and she's got that speed. She goes down this left-hand side and beats quite a few defenders there from Archbishop who just slide off her, and, you know, she goes through and backs herself. And again, puts the ball under the sticks to help Simpson with the conversion.
Now, I've seen a lot of rugby league games, but I don't think I've ever commentated on a double hat-trick.
A double hat-trick, yeah, that's one to her name, isn't it?
Superb from Farida Mack. So Farida Mack goes round to the post as well. Yeah, it's looking like she's going to get player of the match, isn't it? I think
yeah,
we'd be a bit cruel if we didn't go.
It's looking that way, you know. Simpson has had such a great game. I can't not mention her. She's been involved in everything as well and had some really good runs, setting it up and done really well with the boot. But yeah, Farida Mack for me. She's on 6 tries now and she's involved in everything, attack and defence.
So Fern Simpson, 5 goals to her name. Can she make it 6? Starts a run up. Crowd falls silent. Makes good contact again. I do love the respect. Everybody fell silent for that kick. It was probably only my voice that was speaking. I felt a bit bad interrupting it, really. Moves the scoreline on to 40 points for St Bede's and St Joseph's, 10 to Archbishop Centre-Mount.
Yeah, Archbishop just need to keep going here and just keep playing as they are. Keep their heads held high. You can't fault their efforts at all. You know, they keep responding and that's all you can ask from them.
They've just not been able to fashion getting close enough to the line often enough, really, have they?
Yeah, it's all about that field position. They keep finding themselves in the centre field and then probably coming up with an error. I think there's another one there.
And it's Farida Mack doubling up on the defence as well. She's on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, she just keeps appearing. She's everywhere and her name just keeps coming up. But yeah, Archbishop just can't seem to keep hold of the ball in any decent field position. And that's kind of killing him a little bit.
Augusta Campbell waits dummy half duties. Picks up runs. Good run as well, but equally strong tackle from Grace Bennett. She's continued the defensive effort. Oh, and that's a solid run as well from Lydia Safranauskas. Chance here for Mary Olandere.
Mary's had some strong carries in the last few times she's had the ball, you know. She's always making a gap and then going again and finding her front.
Fern Simpson goes from dummy half, cuts to the left, then to the right. Inside the 10-metre mark she goes. Thought for a second there was a little injury there for Macy Lee Ramsden, but she bounced back up. Mack passes to the right. Big charge coming in yet again to set the position from Gabriela Zamachowska. Zamachowska plays it. It's a dummy half red. Oh, and it's going to be turnover. That was a crucial tackle, that.
Yeah, it was a really good defensive set there as well from Archbishop. You know, they've managed to keep them out. They found themselves probably standing behind the sticks under a conceded try each time previously, but a real strong defensive set there.
Tell you what a place to force a turnover as well, though.
Yeah, good field position from St Bede's as well.
So Smith at dummy half had to control that one. It was really forced back off the boot, that one. Smith again, passes to the right, running opportunity. Oh, that's a great carry, superb run, nice handoff as well. Massive metres, and that's a great run from Bacco up to the 40-metre line.
Yeah, she's got a good fend on her there as well. I think the ref deemed tackle not complete there, so she allowed her to continue to go.
Up to the halfway line. So she's gained almost 40 metres there, hasn't she, for a side? They'll thank her for it. Now Fuller. Is that completed? Yes, it was, so it's going to be played. Smith kicks forward. Tricky kick for the midfield to deal with. Superb work there from Zilagi to get on the end of that one.
Yeah, it's real good work, and you know, some better carries there. We had a bit of a break there. They managed to get in the opposition's half here, so if they can have a good defensive set like they did on their own line and potentially keep the St Bede's in their own half, they could find themselves on the front foot.
Let's see if they can contain them in this set. Oh, it's another brilliant run coming down this left-hand side to Shana McCusker Campbell. Oh, she's got into touch. Ended up being a really good defensive play there from Fuller.
Yeah, Fuller's done really well there, you know. She knew that she had to make that tackle on the back of that break. It was a real strong carry, but again, I was talking about hopefully they can keep her in their own half, but Fuller has saved them a little bit there.
Hope you're enjoying the coverage this afternoon of this Inspire Sport Champion Schools Finals Day. This is game number 2, the Year 8 girls final between St Bede's and St Joseph's of Keighley and Archbishop Centimere Academy of Hull. We're approaching the closing stages. St Bede's lead by 40 points to 10. But it's Archbishop Centimere Academy, and this player Zelangi, who goes down the left-hand side, a really good run that. Smith looks to work it back in field, but there is an injury. She looks like she's okay to continue.
Yeah, she looks like she's getting back in the line here, but I was just thinking I like how this game has been free-flowing. We talked about the referee keeping it flowing and stuff, but credit to the players. There's not been many stoppages for injuries and things like that, which sometimes you do get quite a few stoppages, but in this game you've got a bunch of tough girls and they just keep going. Yeah,
they wanted to get on with it, and that's lovely hands from Smith. Finds Zilagi, who he's having a late cameo here. That's a quality one. Archbishop Centimere, 30 metres out from the line. Smith moves it. Stockdale, good carry from Stockdale. Offloads.
Yeah, very good carry and a good pick up there on the back of that offload that went to ground.
Oh, what a tackle again from Mack. Coming in and cutting Zilagi down. Oh, that was like a Derek Fox kick. That was like back in the day, going against the grain and kicking down the other side. It was a lovely kick, that one. And although our match official brings the game to an end, it's been a real entertaining, free-flowing game. And the St Bede's and St Joseph's side have won this one. For Rita Mack, the outstanding player, 6 tries in this one. Yeah. Absolutely outstanding individual performance, but it would be remiss of us not to mention the defence she's done as well.
Yeah, some real strong performances from many players there on the pitch. You know, from Archbishop we've got Amelia Fuller, really, really strong carries and some strong defensive efforts at full-back. At 9 we had Ella Smith, who has clearly got that rugby brain and was trying to direct her players around the pitch. You know, Archbishop did really, really well. They never gave up right till the end, so credit to them. And then for St Bede's, we had Fern Simpson, who was a close second for player of the match for me. She had a real outstanding game and a good kicking game with them conversions. But for Rita Mack, you know, 6 individual great tries, strong athletic runs, and clearly a good future start within the game.
Tara, how was your first commentary?
Yeah, good. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for looking after me. And,
really pleased to have you alongside. Me. We will just get ready for the presentations. This is always the real interesting bit for me, because generally, you know, runners-up teams, they're not quite sure what to do with themselves, are they? You know, because you put so much effort into the game. Yeah, definitely. You know, and I know the scoreline wasn't on Archbishop's side there, but I think they can hold their heads high and be really, really proud of themselves. They never gave up, and I think some individual performances from St Bede's has outdone them there. But you know, credit to them defensively. They put the bodies on the line and made some real good runs in attack too. But hold their heads proud and be proud of themselves. Would be remiss of us not to mention the third team that's on the field as well. So congratulations to referee Sophie Lum and touch judges Maya Gashu and Scarlett Fleming. As we prepare for the presentations, it will be our match officials that pick up the mementos first of all, and they'll be very well deserved. Yeah, very well deserved. I think they've had a really good, solid performance there from Sophie, Maya and Scarlett as a team. I think Sophie controlled the game really well. She let it flow and just pick out the things that she needed to do, because that's what the game allowed. She didn't need to intervene too much because the players just wanted to get on with it. They were really, really responsive, and I think they responded to Sophie really well, and that'll be down to her communication on the field and managing of that game. So credit to her and her team today. So, Archbishop Centimore have lined up. We won't be too far away from St Bede's and St Joseph's also lining up as well. I like how they're changed into this blue strip now. Yeah, they're changing their shirts, aren't they? So we're just moments away from the presentations and the memories being made, because everybody remembers the celebration. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it'll be a memory that sticks with them forever. I remember coming from a match official point of view as well. I remember officiating in the Champ Schools finals growing up, and yeah, they are memories that always stick with me, so it will stay with them. So well done to referee Sophie Lum and touch judges Maya Gashu and Scarlett Fleming. Now the presentation for our player of the match. For Rita Mack, there was only really one player that we could give it to. It would be really cruel if you score 6 tries in the game and don't get a player of the match. Yeah, purely her own performance has got her that, and probably left us with only one direction to go, and that was to award it to her. And that's credit to her, because she truly deserves that after that performance. What an athletic player as well. I look forward to certainly seeing whether she pops up further along the lines. Yeah, definitely. I hope she stays within rugby league. Her athleticism, I can guarantee that other sports will be after her as well. But, you know, rugby league through and through, I hope that she stays in this sport. For every winner, there's also a runners-up, and Ella Smith did more than most. Archbishop Centimore Academy pick up their rewards as well. They've done well to get here in the first place. Yeah, absolutely. To come and represent your school in a final, they should be really, really proud of themselves, and they did themselves credit today too. Obviously the result didn't go their way, but like you say, they've done really well to get here, and some solid performances all round. Forward will come the champions today, St Bede's and St Joseph's. Your Year 8 champions in this Inspire Sport Champion Schools final. Just a few seconds away from what will be a proud picture to put on the school wall.
Yeah, definitely. They've got to be proud of themselves. I'm sure their school is proud of them as well. They've put in a great performance today and represented really, really well.
So congratulations to St Bede's and St Joseph's, who win this Year 8 Girls Inspire Champion Schools final. And it's all lifted up. Even the presentation board took flight as well then for a minute.
This was a celebration because they lifted up the bar. I love that.
So we get a lift of the trophy again. Oh, memories made here in Wakefield this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll stick with them forever. You know, I've been in a fortunate position across my teams within my playing career to lift many trophies, and they are memories that stick with you forever. And I'm sure some of these girls will go on to lift more trophies in the future.
Tyra, thank you again for your company this afternoon. Much appreciated. And we'll let the pictures do the talking now.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So welcome back to this Year 9 girls final here, live from the DIY Kitchen Stadium in Wakefield. It is Bedford High School up against Archbishop Centremoor Academy, and we've got just enough time to run through both our sides. We'll start with Bedford High School, who are in the green, black and pink kit that you see in front of you at the moment on your screens. So it's Rafaela Menezes at 1, 2 Lily Mains, 3 Lexi Mains, 4 Bella McNally, who I believe is the daughter of Greg McNally. Interesting. Dixie Fisher-Smith lines up at 5. At 6 is Martha Davies-Ward. In the 7 jersey is Annabella Coleman. 8 Isabel Graney. 9 Millie May Hankin. At 10 Ruby Hankin. We're in 11 is Sophie Jones. And then 12 Lily Hayes. 13 Evie Gibbons. 14 Jessica Todman. 15 Poppy Jones. 15 Isla Willett, and 16 Poppy Jones. For Archbishop Centremoor, who have just kicked off, they're wearing sky blue with a fantastic kick-off, it must be said. Wearing the number 3 jumper is Gaize Amado Fernandez. Wearing 11 is Vicky Bronsell. Wearing 17, Brooke Cunningham. Wearing 2, Maria Kurt. Charlie Dunn takes the field in 5. Navia Dunn is in 9. Edie Forthrup is in 7. Phoebe Holmes is wearing 15. Amelia King is wearing 6. Nancy Palmer in 1. Casey Lee Parker in 8. Peyton Potter McDade in 14. Lily Robinson wearing 13. Marley Warner wearing 7. And Roxy Emerson wearing 10. So my name's Dave Parkinson. Delighted to be alongside Jake Brook for this one. How are you doing, Jake?
Welcome, Dave. Good, thanks yourself.
Yeah, really good. And what a good start that was.
Very good start, very good kick-off, and then just unlucky on that dropout not to quite go the 10, otherwise we would have got the ball back there.
It's a bit of early pressure that Archie are putting on, and it's a strong carry towards the posts. Moving in to lend a bit of help is their number 9 Nivea Dunn, who passes to this left-hand side. Oh, that's a good ball.
They're in.
A real chance here, and it's going to be touched down, is it? Oh, knocked on. What a tackle that proved to be. Nancy Palmer thought that she scored.
Yeah, very good late on tackle there in the in goal.
What a hit then.
Thought that was all but scored.
Yeah. So Bedford High School, who are from Lee, they'll play this ball. Lee against Hull this afternoon.
Could be a Super League derby in a couple of years' time.
You never know. 12 metres away from their own line, Bedford High School. Pushing the ball out from dummy half. Good run up the middle. Side hit up as well, up to the 20-metre line. And moved confidently by Millie May Hankin. Oh, and then a risky pass over the top. And an even riskier pass out wide. But it's worked a bit of space. She's going right down the touchline. She's flying down the wing. There's nobody that's going to stop her. Superb run.
Fantastic that.
That's a fantastic
Absolutely
individual
fantastic
try. What a score. Bedford breaking through on that left-hand side and running it right underneath the posts.
A risky pass there to an open winger, and she's through and gone.
Just look at this. Ball worked out wide. And it was Bella McNally on this run. Superb run.
Dad
she really did. Yeah, Dad will really like that one, yeah. Pinned her ears back. Absolutely superb. Some pace there as well.
Very good pace. She was gone from all to see as soon as she got through that gap.
So 4 points to 0 with this kick to come from under the posts. What a start to the game from Bedford High School, just showing that they can launch an attack from anywhere.
Yeah, and Archbishop had a really good defensive set there as well, so it's fairly unlucky for them.
So we had a big burst of breeze heading our way then. We nearly lost all of our equipment. Thanks to Jake and mine's quick reactions, I think we've managed to save the TV. It's that strong, that breeze. It's blown the ball off the kicking tee.
So you've got the good old player holding the ball on the kicking tee now.
good to see some things don't change in conditions for rugby league.
Summer rugby.
She struck it well. Flags are raised as well. Annabella Coleman with that conversion. And what an effort from McNally to score in this first couple of minutes.
Yeah, and Archbishop can find themselves a bit unlucky there because they defended really well.
They did.
For that set, and then one past the wing and then they're in.
And then they had all that early pressure as well, didn't they, in the first couple of sets of the game?
Yeah, and they were on the line, and Bedford defended the line well.
So that's Nancy Palmer who's underneath that challenge. She plays it just inside the half. Solid hit up through the middle. Dunn works it left. Ball went further left. Oh, great run.
In the wing.
Superb carry. Oh, that's brilliant. In and out and around the defence she skirts. That's Gaizy Amado Fernandez going in for that score. Well, we've seen two class tries there, haven't we, Jim?
Two bell ringer tries to start with. Passes out to the wing. Open your legs up and you're through on the wing.
How good was that pass to Unleasher though as well? And she showed plenty of pace, didn't she?
She still had plenty to do as well, Luke. She had to do some pretty good footwork to beat that last player.
So Gaizy Amado Fernandez going in for Arch, his first try of the game. That makes it 6 points to 4 with this kick to come. And I was saying in the last game when I was commentating with Tara Jones that I bet teammates are always really thankful if you can get underneath the posts.
Yeah, so I didn't really kick much when I played, but yeah, kickers always used to be thankful and used to be shouting, get in, get in, get in. We don't want to be kicking from the wing. And tell you, as referees, we're also thankful when you go under post.
There's less space to run in.
Less space to run in, and touch judges are really thankful for it as well.
So everybody's going to be thankful that Gaizy Amado Fernandez went under the post. Now it's going to be attempted conversion from Marley Warner. Oh, she just chipped it. Well. A nonchalant kicking approach there.
It's almost like a chip penalty that in it football.
6 points each. What a great start. You know what? I'm loving these finals. And again, what we can see as the girls are getting older and we're looking at the next age group and the next age group, you can see the development both physically and also in the skills levels, can't you?
Yeah, the girls' game's really taken off, especially following the World Cup, but also the women's game's had a constant growth for that probably 4 or 5 year period, and like you're saying, you see the skills levels are ever increasing, and they're great games to watch.
Now a decent enough hit up through the middle from Evie Gibbons. Quick play the ball too. Shuffled out to the left from Millie May Hankin. Oh, and then it just goes to ground. Referee waves play on. Oh, referee, by the way, is Rebecca Floyd. Lexi Haig and Maya Gasku again on the touch lines.
Yeah, Rebecca, who made an on-field debut at Wembley this year at Year 7 champs.
Oh, fantastic. Again, a solid hit up through the middle from Evie Gibbons, offering herself up for work in this set. And then working the way down this right side again. Coleman throws the dummy, goes on, offloads brilliantly. What an offload that was. What a great carry from Lily Hayes, and what a superb defensive read that was as well.
Yeah, Archbishop was set up for the kick there, and Bedford thought, no, let's have a go.
Gaizy Amado Fernandez showing that she can show up on both sides of the ball with that tackle. Brilliant from Archie. Back in possession as well. That's an evasive run. A brave one at the start of the set from Casey Lee Parker. Parker to play it just outside the 20-metre line. Oh, and then it's juggled and just spilled, unfortunately, there from Roxy Emerson.
Putting pressure on yourself there in your own line.
Ball at left from Bedford. Inside the 20-metre line they go. About 10 metres in from touch as well. Working the ball into the middle, but the pass was perhaps not quite expected by the inside runner. Unfortunate there from Sophie Jones. And as a result, it remains 6 points each.
You can tell this one's going to be a tight tussle here, Dave. We're going to be back and forth all game.
You know what? It's been a great start to this. So, It was Martha Davis-Ward who's in the 7 jersey, Annabelle Coleman who's in the 6 jumper. So that's been confirmed to us. So apologies if we did have the wrong name initially, but we've managed to put that right. So what I can say is Martha Davis-Ward has kicked the goal as far as Bedford High School is concerned. She looks a real go-to player anyway,
Yeah,
from a Bedford High point of view.
You can see that Bedford are really reliant on her as a go-to player.
So, good run coming in there from Martha Davis-Ward. Inside the 20-metre line she goes. Still 6 points each. I wonder if they could convert this position into points. Oh, that's a brave carry from Dixie Fisher-Smith.
It's interesting because both teams look like they're more dangerous when they're further away from the sticks than they are when they're right on the sticks.
They do. Although that's a real good
Really
step-in
aggressive
run
run
forward from Annabella Coleman. Coleman just outside the 10-metre mark. Off to the left it's moved. Wide passes. Dropped under by Bella McNally. But ultimately it was a little shuffle forward from Rafaela Menezes. Unfortunate there, perhaps the end product on that.
Yeah, the ends just let them down a little bit there, but really good attempt to try getting on the wing.
It's a perfect place to turn the ball over as well, to be honest. Just 10 metres
away
yeah.
from your opposition line.
And
as a coach, you don't mind that.
As a result, I mean, that's a smashing tackle to start the set.
Yeah, like I said, both teams defensively look really good.
Oh, and the mistake has been made. Well, that's the mistake that Bedford High School were hunting.
That's what good defence does for you.
That's why it's so worthwhile if you get the chance to turn the ball over in that area of the field, isn't it? So they get the ball back, just 10 metres out from the line. Ball moved to the right-hand side. Davis-Ward. Oh, lovely hands. Offloads for Lexi Mains. Just 5 metres out. Millie May Hankin goes from dummy half. Links with support. Now it's been opened up a little bit. Pass was just a little off where it could have been.
Off where she needed
Yeah,
it to be.
Sophie Jones did well to clean up. Ball passed to the left again. It bounced up in favour of Lily Mains. Mains trying to go on the outside. The defence really does mess up though. 3 players put into the stop. That was wonderful work. Can they keep Bedford at bay? Kick comes in.
Bit behind where they needed it to be.
Unfortunately, it did go backwards. And as a result, the tackle comes in from Gizi Amado Fernandez. And they're playing it 25 out.
Interesting to kick early there, Dave.
Oh, lovely footwork. That's a nice pickup as well. All the skills in this one. And the pass out wide. A running chance. A scoring chance. They've gone in. And it's Evie Gibbons who touches down on the right corner. Wonderful work.
Fantastic work that to finish that in that corner. She had a lot to do still when she got the ball. She could have quite easily gone into touch, but she finished that quite well.
Lovely work. I mean, there was a couple of really decent passes and plays down that side, wasn't there? So Bedford have gone in front. They lead by 10 points to 6. It's a very difficult conversion attempt, this one, coming up for Martha Davis-Ward, though. But Davis-Ward right at the hub of that one with the way that she attacked on the right.
She attacked, she got it out, and then she got it back as well. You can see that Davis-Ward's going to be a real key player in this game.
Tell you what, it's quite a shallow kick, this one as well, isn't it? She's not took it too far back.
She's not given herself a lot of post to aim at.
Sets herself for the kick. Has to judge this variable breeze. Gives you chances.
Unlucky.
It was a good effort, that one.
It had the distance.
Yeah, it definitely did.
The angle there.
So the scoreline remains 10 points to 6 in favour of Bedford High School. We hope that you're enjoying the coverage this afternoon of the Inspire Sport Champion Schools finals. I always say, Jake, it's one of my favourite days in the Rugby League calendar, this.
Yeah, Champ Schools has always been one of my favourites from refereeing when I was younger to still coming and watching it now. It's great to see the development of the kids, and you see some kids come back year after year, and especially we've got Archbishop who are in 4 finals today.
I mean, that's quality for that school, isn't it? Absolute quality.
We had it when I was younger. It used to be Cass Academy Used to be nearly in every age group, and now you've got Archbishop are quite strong. Cass Academy are here again later on this afternoon for anyone who's listening. But yeah, it's really, really good to see.
Good, solid hits up coming in from Lily Robinson. It's a great start to the set for Archie. Ball down this left-hand side. Nice stepping run coming in from Marley Warner. The defence caught up with her well, though, in the end. She evaded about 3 of those players, and all 3 of them eventually caught her.
Got her back. It's like I said, the defensive work from both teams is really, really good. To open both teams up, it's having to be really good attacking work.
Gizzy Amado Fernandez plays the ball just outside the 20-metre line, then it's passed, and they find Nancy Palmer, who shows some grit and determination to get just 15 metres out from the try line over on that right-hand side of the field. Ball coming back towards the middle, through the hands of Marner.
That's one thing in the girls' game, they never want to give up, and they always want to fight through that tackle. You don't really see a lot of surrender tackles in the girls' game, they go right through.
They do, it was good work from Emerson, that one. Oh, and then that's a really intelligent kick to the corner. Will she get the bounce?
Oh, she's got the bounce.
Gizzy Amado Fernandez stepping back on the inside trap, looks for support, and they still keep the ball moving. A valiant effort to get over the line there from Emerson yet again, and they've reached the final tackle. So, ball works out to this left-hand side. That might be all on. Oh, but it's picked up by Bedford High School. They're coming away with it.
Big break here.
Wow, maybe the hit came in on the elbow and dislodged the ball.
It's quite a hard one to judge at. Did she get the hand round? But I think the referee might have just got that one right.
Obviously, she's in a far better place than us, is Rebecca Floyd. So we play on, and Bedford High School can breathe a sigh of relief as McNally skips to the outside yet again. Yeah,
they've gone from their own line, and they're almost on the 40 on tackle 2.
Whoa, that was a big hit. Wonderful tackle in the middle of the field. Bedford moving the ball. That's a high kick. Bounces on the halfway line. Trickles forward. They followed that up really well, to be honest, as Bedford. They made it a contest.
Yeah, and do you know what? I think this game could go either way, and I think we're going to be a really tight tussle all the way through for this one.
Navia Dunn trying to find a gap, but it's not forthcoming, and that ends up being a brilliant bit of defensive work. Just for a second, it looked like she was going to get free down that right side, didn't it? And
I think she run that risk going too close to touchline, didn't she? But she could have quite easily gone down the wing.
I've said before, I like, you get some coaches and something, and they'll look at that quite negatively. Yeah. Oh, we've gone into touch. I see that as a positive error because they're trying to do something. You're trying to create something.
She's trying to create a gap, and I think, like I said, it's not a negative. It's she forced herself out, but she could have quite easily gone down the wing.
And also, it's a learning experience, isn't it? So she'll probably think, I might not do that again. Maybe I'll cut inside a bit.
And that's exactly right. Junior rugby is a learning experience. It's not about who comes up with a cup at the end. It's about you've had a great day out at Champ Schools, and you should celebrate the success of getting here.
Definitely, yes. And all our sides have done fantastically well to get to this position today, haven't they? And then the Year 7s finals that always takes place at Wembley. It's always a fantastic occasion too.
Oh, yeah, always a fantastic occasion. And even if you've got to get to Wembley at 10 a.m. in the morning, which is can be a challenging day when you're still there at 9 o'clock at night. But yeah, it's a fantastic occasion.
Oh, that looked a little bit tired there from Dunn. Maybe she's still feeling the after effects of that run that she put in, trying to get round the edge of the defence.
I think the ball came at her a bit quick, and she was almost going. She was gone before the ball had got to her.
Yes. Well, that was well taken. Pass was above her head. Now they've launched it down this right side. Good coverage in defence there from Gizzy Amado Fernandez. Equally good attack from Evie Gibbons. And this is once again the 7, Martha Davis Ward, put down on the halfway line. She's got all the tricks though, hasn't she?
She's got all the tricks. She can go forward well. She's got a really good offload, and also she can create gaps. I think she's definitely one to keep an eye on, Dave.
Menezes working the ball wide. Oh, referee's just spotted that going to ground. She did everything that she could to try and get that ball away cleanly. But she just had too many players around her, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, Archbishop centre move. They just trail by 10 points to 6. They're in possession just before the halfway line, just inside their own half of the field. And I'll have to tell you where we are as the clock is concerned, because I think
your phone's gone off.
Yeah. We're about 15, 16 minutes, 2 minutes to go. It is. So we've got 7 minutes
7
to go.
minutes.
7 minutes to go. We're 18 minutes in. You know what? We've done a couple of games, your numbers start to merge at each other and your timings.
Numbers merge with the age groups moving, the timings move. It's an easy mistake, mate.
It's a fantastic run, though.
Great forward run.
Unmistakably. That
Replied
is
to with some great defence as
Lily
well.
Robinson. Gizzy Amado Fernandez. Out to WF. Oh, she's tricked him. Oh, she tried to step again. Still works her way towards that 20-metre line and just about crosses it. Oh, there's an injury stoppage at the moment.
I think the one thing we've seen is some great evasive running.
She sort of swerved in and out, didn't she, on that? Yeah.
Footwork is just going like that.
It's amazing footwork there. So still remains 10 points to 6. It's been a tale of 3 tries so far. 2 of those have been scored by Bedford High School. Evenly poised, I think, Jake.
Yeah, very finely balanced. I think. I don't think we're going to see a big scoreline here. I think it'll be very tight. But like I said, both teams are very good defensively. When they get the player stopped, they come in and they slow that ruck down quite effectively.
Hopefully that play is going to be okay to continue. Plenty of concern being shown. I'm not sure whether she found herself just on the wrong side of the tackle in the end.
I think it was just one of those awkward tackles that's gone down, and you probably just feel the after effects of a really, really tough run. The positive thing is that she's moving.
So I hope you're enjoying the coverage this afternoon of the Inspire Sport Champion Schools Finals Day. My name's Dave Parkinson. I'm with you throughout the afternoon. I've got a running list of co-commentators. Jake, how are you finding your time on the mic so far?
Yeah, it's an interesting concept, is commentating. It's people think it's an easy job, but it's definitely not, is it, Dave?
No, it's not always that easy. Yeah. Especially if you get given, numbers don't quite correspond, and you've never. Bear in mind as well, I've never seen any of these players play prior.
You don't know the names of any of the players. You just know numbers. It's like refereeing junior rugby. You see thousands of players every week, and it's like, right, okay, I'm supposed to remember these names.
You know what, though? I wouldn't change it for the world.
No.
I think it's a superb experience. It's something that I'm always thankful to the RFL for asking me to cover these games, because it is a real joy. And like you say, in getting to cover it over a number of years now, like you do see players that go through and teams that start to progress. So, for example, I think it's the Year 9 boys final is a repeat of the Year 7's final from a couple of years ago at Wembley. So it'll be great to see how both of those teams have developed and whether they've still got similar personnel.
And it is always one of those things that you do see when you get those strong sides. You do see to get them on repeat, and you'll see a couple of repeat finals. And it won't surprise me if you see it again at Year 11 or Year 10.
We've seen it a lot down the years with, particularly since I've been covering this competition with like Castleford Academy. Yeah, they've been tremendous in getting through to these finals, haven't they?
Yeah, like I said, when I was playing as a schoolboy, it was always seemed to be Cass Academy you come up against, and they used to be here all the way through.
So there's lots of concern being shown here for the injured player. I think, unfortunately,
got the medic.
The medic's on the field. And it must be said that the health of the player is paramount in this, isn't it? So everybody's got to go through the necessary checks that they do.
Always, and I think that's the one thing that, as a game, we do really well. We make sure we've got the concern, the right things are done, the right time's taken, and there's certainly no rush here. No one's rushing us to get up. You've certainly got no one saying, "Come on, get up." It's all the concerns for the player here.
So currently 10 points to 6 in favour of Bedford High School.
The positive is, though, they've got to set up. they're talking her through. I would expect her to go off though here.
Yeah, this is a real positive. She gets to her feet. That's a superb shine, that. And all the checks being made, making sure that she can move. She's got the full range of movement.
The wind's going again, Dave. You're going to have to roll that
Definitely
TV.
is. I've moved over. I could see it wobbling in front of me. Oh, so she is going to have to come from the field.
Off,
Great effort. Well done, everybody, all round. Hopefully just precautionary. But after this stoppage, we will see this ball played on the 20-metre line by Archbishop Centre Moo Academy, who bring it towards the middle of the field.
It's interesting how both teams react to that stoppage. It takes all the flow out of the game, and it's then who's going to start the best here. Yeah,
I mean, that's a solid search from Palmer to get just 10 out from the line, directly in front of the posts. Nivea done at dummy half. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've not seen. Getting a bit sketchy there.
We say a bit of push and shoving going on there.
Out to the right-hand side. Again, good ball movement. Equally strong defence as well. Just get the feeling they're a little bit short of defenders of Bedford on that side, and they've come back to the middle.
They've gone into the traffic there.
Palmer.
But that pushing and shoving was well handled there. Play the ball, get on with it. We don't want to see too many stoppages in these games.
Yeah, well refereed. Last tackle. Oh, it's opened up. Can she push her way over?
They did well to close that gap.
Wow, that's amazing defence again, because it did look like she was going all the way there. She throws the ball away in disgust as well. She thinks she could have done better, does Marley Warner. But I'm going to pat the back of the defensive.
Yeah, I tell you what, the gap opened up and the defence did really well to close that gap. Like you said, Dave, I think she's disappointed in herself that not to get through that gap.
That's a brave carry down this right side from Bedford High.
Very brave.
Looks for the play the ball. Run from dummy half. Solid hit up as well.
That was definitely high, that.
Millie May Hankin running where a lot of people wouldn't.
No.
And unfortunately feeling the after effects of that hit as well, but winning the penalty.
Yeah, I think the defender just got caught on the wrong side. She put the step in, and the defender's just lazy armed her, and unfortunately caught a high there.
You know, that's one thing that's really stood out in all three of these finals that we've seen so far. It's the footwork.
Yeah.
Footwork on you know, these young girls who are developing the skills. It's like brilliant.
It's the agility. Like, you don't see a lot of one-up rugby in the girls' game. It's a lot of movement, feet work, the ball work. Like you said earlier, we both said earlier on, the development through the girls' game. It's great to see.
So in this stoppage, we've got Bedford High, who have made a change to their lineup. So Ruby Hankin, I notice, has come back onto the field. Meanwhile, Millie May Hankin is the girl who's down at the moment. Oh, she's tough.
She's tough. She's getting through it.
She is tough. That's great work from her as well. She did want to get back in the middle of that field. I think one of the teachers has said, no, come on to the sideline for a rest.
Yeah.
We want to get you checked out and make sure everything's good.
Especially when you've just had a heavy contact like that, you just want to get off, get checked, make sure the right things are done. I think the medic's going to look at her here.
So tap taken by Bella McNally, who unleashes the pass, but again, it's strong defence.
Yeah, you see the really strong run, you want to praise the run, and then the defence comes in, and the defence are on top quite a lot. Both sides defensively are on top.
Mistake comes in from Annabella Coleman, but again, credit the defence. She got right in the eye line, and as a result, Archie coming forward from Lily Robinson.
Fantastic run that is.
Really challenging on all comers there. 15 metres out from the line. Oh, and then the next pass Oh, couldn't quite be taken in. Again, I think Casey Lee Parker looked up and could see the defence moving in and thought, oh.
Yeah, I think defensively both teams are working very, very hard.
So still 10 points to 6. Stepping run coming in from Annabella Coleman. Escapes her own 20-metre line as a result. Can they get downfield again? Well, that's a beautiful run coming in. There was footwork. There was a dummy with the ball as well. Nice quick play of the ball. And it's made this next carry an easier one. Just with the speed of it. So, putting this ball down this right side. Again, draws a tackle from Yeezy Amado Fernandez.
She's been fantastic, both going forward and in defence.
She's everywhere. It's like there's two of her on the field. This player, Martha Davis-Ward, as well, inspiring. The ball eventually getting out to the left-hand side of the field. That's where it's cleaned up by Lily Mains. She'll play this ball to McNally. Bella picks up, works it back in field. Clever pass. Unfortunately, bounced. And the bounce of a rugby ball can evade the best of them, can't it?
Can beat the best of everyone, can't it? Never, what was that old adage? Never let the rugby league ball bounce.
It's going to be a play the ball to Archbishop Centimore inside their own half of the field. It's on a knife edge, this one.
It's a very, very tightly contested game. That
you know what, you called it about 15 minutes ago though, didn't you, Jay?
Yeah,
you said we're in for a close one.
I think you're in for a close one that it'll come down to either a bit of brilliance or unfortunately one mistake.
Well, there's a mistake. I can't blame Phoebe Holmes though.
No.
Again, she tried everything she could to get on that one. It just took an awkward bobble just in front of her.
That bounce can, like I said, Dave, beat the best of everyone.
I think the coaches and the teachers from Bedford High, they just want a decent set. Yeah. They've said just complete, and then there's frustration when the ball goes down midway through the tackle.
It's always the case. You want your defence to be really strong, but then what turns out is that both sides are defending well, which means the completion rates are really low.
Amira King goes forward to the 40-metre line. Archbishop trying to open play up. That's a smashing run from Palmer. What a run! Oh, she went fully 25 metres then, through the middle of the defence.
Yeah, through players, not around, that was through players.
And now it's Warner taking on the defence. I thought she was going to just slip the ball out at the last minute, but it was like the mousetrap was sprung. Just clamped her.
Closed that gap really, really, really effectively.
Gizzy Amado Fernandez using that decent footwork again, getting inside the 20, finds a front. Looking for a quick play of the ball as well, which it does provide. Warner works it left. Oh, that's a decent run. That's a brilliant run. There's no holding out Lily Robinson there. Superb.
Yeah, she did well then. She evaded the first tackle and then she saw a gap and went through it well.
Well, it was a long time in coming, that fourth try of the game, but wow, it was worth waiting for.
Definitely worth waiting for. I think we've had 4 really, really solid tries in this game. There's been no easy try in this game, I don't think.
So, Robinson driving through, again showing some tremendous determination. 10 points each in this game.
As we approach half-time here, I think going in at a draw is probably the right result at this point.
To be fair though, Palmer's got the opportunity to turn it into 6, hasn't she? It's like,
yeah.
Looks like she's got a very deliberate kicking roll as well. She held the tee up towards the post to make sure she got the angle right.
You've then got a contest with this heavy wind here, Dave. You're having to catch a screen, she's having to judge where the ball's going to go when it gets in the wind.
Yes. So Palmer. And it's a variable breeze as well, because sometimes it really gusts through, doesn't it?
You'll have a big gust, then for 10 minutes it'll be nothing.
Palmer takes the time, couple of steps to the side. Got a very deliberate kicking action. In she swoops now, right-footed.
Oh,
superb
right down the
kick.
middle.
You know what? I don't think you could have kicked a better goal than that.
No.
That's absolutely tremendous.
Fantastic goal, that. if that's the break there, half-time.
So, half-time in this one, it's Bedford High School 10, Archbishop Centenary Academy 12. Wow, Jake, what a first half that was.
What a half of rugby league of strong defence, 4 fantastic tries. And you know what? I don't think you can pick a winner yet.
That's what we love, isn't it? That's what we love about cup finals. And I want to. Well, we've got a couple of minutes just in the break. I want to ask you about your role, and you mentioned a couple of things, like during commentary. So you said about, like your refereeing once upon a time. What's your role now?
So I currently sit on the RFL's community board, so that's why I'm here today. I do still referee, Dave. Referee the wheelchair game a lot, so referee wheelchair Super League in a minute. But my interest today is that community board and seeing the strength of the school game, but you don't have a strong school game without a strong community game.
And just asking you about you work on that community board then as well. Obviously I can tell you're like me. You're just dead passionate about the sport. Probably if there was a game on somewhere, you'd be going to it anyway. Yeah. In that respect, how long have you been on the community board for, and how did it come about?
So I came on the community board 2.5 years ago, and it was a post I'd actually seen on LinkedIn. I was like, do you know what? I feel really passionate about this game. I want to make a difference. I want to see that the growth of the game come through the community game. So I applied, I joined the community board, and yeah, it's a very varied role. You see challenges in the boys' game to the girls' game, and do you know what? I think the community game is where the game grows from. Without a strong community game, we don't have a strong Super League.
You know what? That is the perfect point. Because without what happens, all the community clubs that we have, and there'll be players that we're seeing today that represent community clubs back home. It doesn't happen anywhere else in the sport, does it?
No, without all those volunteers that drive the community game, you have no strong structure of the game. Without teachers that are putting volunteering there night, and that they don't usually get a lot of, you don't have a strong game. And then you see the likes of Joe Westerman that we've seen play at Year 7 for Cass Academy. You don't see that happen without a community game.
And then from a women's point of view, I'm right in thinking Jodie Cunningham once upon a time played in this competition, didn't she, as well?
And most of the Super League players will have played at some point within the champ schools, or will have played at a really decent level of the community game. You don't get a lot of players who come late to the game. Rugby league is a game where you usually start at 6 and come all the way through. You will get some players that come late on, but most of it will go through the community game.
Well, continue the great work that you're doing, Jake. We're almost ready for the second half. It looks like it's going to be Bedford High School to kick us off.
Very quick turnaround, that.
Well, they are, aren't they? I think we only have like 5-minute turnarounds, like for this.
Which is good because you keep the momentum going.
Oh, game. Definitely, yeah. There's no lull at all then, is there? You go straight back into it. But I'm really enjoying it because I can get to have a chat with people at half time as well. So hope you're enjoying the coverage this afternoon. My name's Dave Parkinson alongside Jake Brook for this one. We are, of course, in the Year 9 girls final. It's Bedford High School 10, Archbishop Centenary Academy 12 at half-time. Just seconds away from the start of this game, of the second half, I should say. Talk amongst yourselves while I just reset my stopwatch, and away we go. And that's a tricky kick, if ever there was one.
Very tricky, that.
Oh, and a little knock on as well. Yeah, from...
Just a little pull forward there.
She tried to drag the ball into her, didn't she? Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out for Gizzy Amado Fernandez.
Another one starting 10 metres out from the line at the start of the game.
And to be fair, they've been good when they've been in this sort of position, haven't they, Bedford? So, brought across to Martha Davis-Ward. Oh, she split the defence.
Well done.
Oh, it was almost like there was nothing on there, and then suddenly the gap opened up. I think she did half a dummy, and away she went.
She just did that little dummy, didn't she, to the left, and she opened up that right-hand channel, and she made the rest hers.
That was superb from the half-back, that. Martha Davis-Ward. That
dummy sold a lot of us. I think we all expected the ball to come flying out, and she took it back in and created her own try there.
You know what? I bet I don't see a better dummy over the rest of the weekend.
No, you could go watch Leah this weekend in Super League and I don't think Lachlan Lamb could pull that off.
That was quality, that. Absolute quality, to be fair, from Martha Davis-Ward. And she's got the chance to convert from direct in front of the post.
Another swing again in this game.
Yeah.
Score going the other way.
Bedford High School now lead 14-12. This kick to come. You can't pick where this is going.
No, you can't. Really can't. Like I said, I think it'll come down to a bit of brilliance this at the end.
So, Davis-Ward starts a run up. Kicks it towards the post. The flags are raised. Yet 16-12 is the score in favour of Bedford High School. I do quite like this rule though, where they get the ball back on the halfway line. Yeah, because then with a bit of luck and a bit of structure at the back of it, they can get right down on the attack, can't they? That's a super run, that.
As you say that, you start on the 30-metre line.
Yeah, Gizzy Amado Fernandez again showing her evasive skills to get out to the 30-metre line. Quick play of the ball too. Ball moved into the middle. Marley Warner keeps it moving down this right side. Tackle comes in though, it's a cracker.
You're right, that halfway line start aids the development and lets them play flowing rugby from the start.
Oh, what a run again from Palmer. And she offloads as well. Oh, she just needs perhaps just following up a little bit better. She's creating lots of options, I think, is Palmer, with the way that she runs with the ball.
Yeah, she runs really tall and she can get that offload out high. She creates a lot of options as well because she also drags the defenders into her.
Here's the trickster, Martha Davis-Ward, stopped on the 20-metre line. I think as soon as she got hold of that, she realised that she was just going to get tackled.
She was a bit stuck.
Oh, here's a magnificent run.
Here,
super run down that left-hand side. Just about dragged to the floor.
Just got a grab of that shirt then, luckily.
It was Menezes who did that run. But they're up near the halfway line once more at Bedford High School. McNally picks up out of dummy half, finds Martha Davis-Ward. She in turn drops the ball back for Isabella Graney, and that's some decent metres.
I think what the good thing you see in this game is that both teams are not afraid to use the ball. We've not had a lot of just one-up carries.
I really like the way that Martha Davis-Ward carries this ball. There's a real rugby playing brain in there.
That two hands, always the ball's available to get out whenever she needs it. As we say again, she's gone again.
And under pressure, she gets the offload away. Kick comes in. It's a tricky one for the defence to deal with. And they deal with it perfectly. Superb pick-up as well, that from Lily Robinson.
That's good rugby all round there. They did well to deal with it. And Martha McDonald did well to get it away.
Now picked up out of dummy half. A tricky run from Nivea Dunn. Oh, thrown to the floor. Bit like a rag doll then. McNally just got onto her.
Heavy contact to finish.
Then McNally follows up. Tries to do a one-on-one stop on Palmer, eventually needs the support to stop her. Palmer again causing havoc. Warner brings it down this right side now. Nice little offload, good play. Building into this set nicely. Arachi will go over the halfway line. Oh, that's a real straight run. Superb run. She's on her way, almost to the try line.
Just valiant support there on the inside.
Valiant defence from Rafaela Menezes. Lily Robinson again cutting through. Kick comes in under a bit of pressure from Marley Warner. Well taken by Bedford High, who launched the counter-attack. Challenge is ridden well. 20 metres out from her own line. Davis-Ward picks up out a dummy half. Runs headlong for the middle of the pitch. It wasn't without thinking, is someone else in a better position though?
What I really like her as well, she's not afraid to hit it up. If there's nothing on, she'll take the tackle.
Oh, that pass was just a little low. A really
Very
difficult one.
that.
And as a result, it's Archbishop Centimore Academy are in possession.
We just saw a heavy contact on the wing here and probably the wind just knocked out of the sails.
Got about 5 minutes of the second half gone. You know, as I said, I'd start my stopwatch.
Yeah, stopwatch didn't start.
I think I started it and stopped it in the same motion. You can't get the staff these days. I'm sorry, Jake.
Believe me, as a referee, I've been in that position before, and you're just like, right, I think we've had 5 gone.
Is that when you start getting people as they're getting a bit tetchy towards the 40-minute mark? Going, ref,
how long's left? Yeah, it's it happens. It happens to the best of us, Dave. Believe me.
Got to say as well, talking about referees, our match officials today again superb in this game. They've been great over the opening 2 matches, haven't they?
Yeah, and do you know what? They've really let the game flow. They've let it go. They've tried to make a real game out of it. And these are young referees themselves as well. You've not got referees here who've been at it 20 years. They're young, they're developing, but they've got a great future ahead of them as well as these players.
So, after that injury stoppage, the player has left the field. Oh, was that a little nudge forward? It was well spotted by Rebecca Floyd. She hid it as best as she could and nearly got away with it.
She definitely wasn't one of those players who give themselves up. She tried to hide it, and yeah, Rebecca Floyd on the spot and gave what she saw.
I think we've got the job of picking the player of the match at the end of this, haven't we?
It's going to be a tough one.
It is going to be a tough one. And you've got Gizia Amado Fernandez, who if she ever comes up with an error, she's like a girl possessed over the next set. She's putting pressure on everybody.
I think you said it earlier on, like when she makes an error, it's like there's 2 of her out there, and she's just everywhere. I think she's got a 3 jersey on, but she ends up defending in the middle.
And she's come up with another stop there. Great defence on Rafaela Menezes. Into the middle it comes. Oh, under pressure, that's a good pass. And again, Evie Gibbons cutting forward, just getting over her own 40-metre line. Davis Ward scheming, works it to the left. Good hit up from Lily Mains, had to be a brave one. Plays the ball quickly, moved in field now again. Davis Ward thinking ahead, kicking long.
I think Davis Ward's been a real general out there. She's really managed to cart her team around the pitch, but then again, she can create a moment of brilliance like she did for a try.
That's what's really impressing me, to be honest, you know, because I want to see, if you like, little generals coming through in the women's game that can just grab a game by the scruff of the neck. And I get the feeling she's one of those type of players, isn't she? Yeah,
I think she's really one who, like I said, she's got a moment of brilliance in it, but she also knows when to just direct her team around that field.
So still 16 points to 12 in favour of Bedford High School. I think Gizia Amado Fernandez decided to give Martha Davis Ward the 360 tour then. She spun her right round.
Back-to-back tackles.
Still they come forward to Bedford High School inside the 30. Once again it's Evie Gibbons. Once again the tackle comes in from Gizia Amado Fernandez. 30 metres out from the line. Moving the ball to the left. Keeping the ball moving. Menezes through hands. That had to be a good tackle going in there then from Brooke Cunningham.
Yeah, one-on-one, you've got to make that tackle.
Oh, lovely work. Great footwork. She's going to be overwhelmed in the end, and she's just put in touch as well. But that was brilliant from Rafaela Menezes then.
Yeah. I thought then when she got that first play beat, that footwork, she could have been in.
So just that one try in the second half so far. It went the way of Martha Davis Ward, who also added the goal. 16 points to 12 in favour of Bedford High School.
Again, though, not another one to hand over, just 10 in front of your own line.
Yeah, it's got a real chance to put some pressure on with the defence here, haven't they?
Yeah.
Pastor was just a little bit behind the player there, and she had to reach back for it. Still inside their own 20-metre line here at Archbishop Centenary Academy. Trying to work an opening and bursting through the middle. That's superb meters. Nivea Dunn picks up the tricky play, the ball.
Left both marks on the floor as well, creating a real gap for her own team.
Oh, then Palmer galloping over the top of one defender. She's a real handful.
Yeah. I think just with how tall she is, she creates a lot of different risks with her defence. She's really big, but she can also get that ball away really, really quick, which as a defender is quite hard to cope with.
And then fair credit to the Bedford defence, because they moved up again and put loads of pressure there on Marley Warner. So as a result, it means that the Bedford High School are back in possession, linking play together, moving the ball well. This is Isabella Graney. Oh, brilliant hit.
Defence is never far from being on top.
Lily Robinson coming up with that stop. Still inside their own half of the field. Lily Robinson following up. That is outstanding work from Robinson, that.
It is. Straight from marker, stop the attack right at the start.
Fair play to her teammate, Casey Lee Parker. But a running opportunity there for McNally. 40 metres out from the line. She'll play it. Ball moved in field from Millie May Hankin. Oh, there's Menezes, footwork, speed, pace. Can she get it in the corner? Wonderful chase. What a tackle. Yeezy Amado Fernandez. Oh, that is a real try saver, that.
She's come from the middle of the field there, stopped an almost certain try in the corner. That's fantastic defence.
That was never giving up. That was just coming up with a play for your team, that, wasn't it?
It was. That was selfless defending, putting yourself at risk, throwing yourself at the legs.
If they could actually, you know, throw some support on, I'm sure that they would do at this point, wouldn't they, for her? Because that was brilliant, and unfortunately it has resulted in an injury. But it was one of those all or nothing sort of tackles, wasn't it?
It's one of those tackles where it's just really, like I said, all or nothing, and unfortunately players got a bit of a knock from it, but I think she'll be all right. It's just one of those tackles that knocks the wind out your sails, doesn't it?
Definitely. Hopefully it's nothing too serious for the player. They've had a couple of knocks, haven't they, Bedford?
Yeah, we've had a few all or nothing tackles that have resulted in players coming off, and hopefully she'll get up from this, recover, and be able to come back on.
Currently 16 points to 12, if you're wondering. Just a one try in the second half, but we've had defensive plays like that one.
Yeah, I think, again, this has been a game where we've seen some excellent tries, but defending is the winner at the minute for me.
And again, it shows the development of the girls through the age groups, doesn't it? Because a little bit earlier we saw attacking prowess, we saw, you know, players scoring 6 tries in a final. Wonderful.
But I think you see that throughout the whole game. Like as players get older, defence is what wins you all the games. Coach there giving Amari Fernandez some praise there for that excellent defensive stop.
What a run it was, by the way, from Rafaela Menezes, who's helped to her feet. Oh, she's tough.
She's tough there, getting up, playing the ball.
Fair play to her. She's going to play this ball just 5 metres away from the line. She's going to play it right over by the touchline. Millie May Hankin at dummy half. Feeds it in field. Solid run.
Again, solid defence
by Isabella Graney. McNally kicking cross field. Think she might have got a little bit too much on that one. You know what, though? I quite like the feet. I like the thought process behind that. She was thinking, I'll get it towards the post.
Yeah, get it towards the post. Try and get that repeat set with a dropout.
So, just 10 metres away from the line. Tap taken. And forward comes Marley Warner. She's been so committed as well, hasn't she, to launch the attacks, Marley Warner. Oh, and now she's taking a knock.
I think she's gone quite awkward on her back there.
You know, that's her own determination, because as well as buying her extra metres, she's ended up twisting awkwardly, hasn't she?
I said it earlier on in the game, in the girls' game, you really see the players that are really determined, they don't want to give up, and they fight for the very last to get for a tackle. Unfortunately, sometimes you see injuries like this happen, but it's great to see that they've got that determination to keep going through the tackle.
Definitely. Getting some concern being shown here for Marley Warner. 16 points to 12 in this one.
The medics have certainly been kept busy in this game, haven't they?
They have, haven't they?
Oh, just as the medic gets on, player gets up.
It was like, are you going to have to come off the field? No, I'm not coming off the field, I'm getting up. See ya. So, Archbishop Centre continue in possession. Just over 30 metres away from their own line. Shuffled across left to Palmer. Oh, breaking the line. You know what? She's got an outstanding physical frame on her, hasn't she?
Do you know what? I think she's really putting herself up there with the top players.
Oh, Kizzy Amaro Fernandez breaking through, trying to brush her way through the final defender, but Rafaela Menez is coming up with a try-saving tackle of her own.
It's a payback for that one in the corner down here.
Warner moves this ball wide to Robinson. Robinson twisting, turning, spinning. Stopped about 15 out from the try line, just in from touch. Ball moved infield to Warner again. Last tackle. She hoists the kick towards the post. It'll bounce, it'll trickle, it'll bobble in the in-goal area. It's been dived on by Palmer. Palmer follows up. Brilliant bit of anticipation from her.
Again, it's that getting the ball towards the post. Bounce just a bit awkward. Palmer's followed up really, really well there. Probably put the team back in front of you. What a kick to come.
What a kick.
Yeah, what a game.
What a kick, what a game, what a try. Nancy Palmer going in, 16 points each. Palmer continuing with the kicking duties as well.
16 all, kick to come. Did say, didn't we, Dave? Moment of brilliance.
We did. That was a brilliant kick. What a chase through.
Yeah. Again, it's just that not giving up, that determination. You never know what's going to happen with a rugby league ball.
Falls respectfully silent. I always feel that shouldn't be commentated. You know, if it's a dead silent ground.
You just got to keep yourself quiet yourself.
She steps back. It's where I nearly turn into like a darts or a snooker commentator. Yeah. Palmer just to the side of the post. Oh, they might have to employ somebody to put and hold the ball up.
Like how she goes for a full process again, she don't rush, she takes time, take the process, sets herself up again. It's Mark's knee desk, isn't it?
It is.
Slow, methodical.
Oh, she's just wide of the post. 16 all.
That sets it up very nicely for a good tight finish, this.
Bedford High School 16, Archbishop Centremere Academy 16. This is your Year 9 girls final here at the DIY Kitchen Stadium here in Wakefield.
I think the coach just said 10 to go.
It's all or nothing in these next 10 minutes, isn't it?
Like we said, moment of brilliance that'll come down to this game, I think.
Good drive through the middle from Bedford. Again, working the ball from dummy half, Millie May Hankin. Finding some evasive running from Annabella Coleman. Coleman in the middle of the field plays it, about 30 metres from the line. Oh, that's a good run. Great run from Evie Gibbons.
I think what you're seeing really well working for defence is the marker never gives up. Once they've made the tackle, they get out there and they try and make that next tackle.
So committed, isn't it? Ball works out wide to McNally. McNally! Around the edge she goes. She's in for a second try. Is Bella McNally. When the ball went out to her, that was absolutely fantastic. Great pace.
What Bella did fantastically there, she held her line on the touch line, and because she did that, she'd made herself some gap on the out wide. And yeah, she got herself through, made the try her own.
Fourth try of the game for Bedford High School. Second try of the game for Bella McNally. And Bedford High back in front. I think a couple of these Bedford girls looking up to the parents in the stand and celebrating. That was a real bit of quality, that. And like you said, the temptation there is to like drift away from your position, isn't it? Or to cut back in field and not trust in your own pace.
Just trust your line, commit yourself, and that's what she did. She got through, and she had a view for the try line and scored that try really, really well. Fantastic finish that was.
So Martha Davis-Ward with this kick. Wondering what your thoughts are for player of the match. Is it too early to come to you for it?
It's a bit too early. I think there's a 3 or 4 very, very good contenders. I think you've got Martha Davis here. You've got Fernandez.
Oh, what a wonderful kick. What a kick. That was brilliant. As soon as it went off the boot, it was never missing that.
And she looked so confident all the way through it as well. And I think coming back to player of the match, you can't not mention Palmer. Palmer's been fantastic, going forward with the ball. But yeah, I think at the minute it's a bit early to tell.
Okay, I might come back to you in the next 5 minutes as Gizi Amado Fernandez breaks through the middle. Carries them towards the 20-metre line. Archbishop Centenary Academy. Can they respond again? It's 22-16 in favour of Bedford.
25 metres on your first carry.
Warner picks up the running there of Lily Robinson. She's been great as well.
Yeah, again, another player we've not mentioned in that 3 we mentioned earlier, but she's also fairly up there with the contenders.
Oh, and then run from dummy half. Oh, it's a dive through. Navia Dunn picking out of dummy half and picking her way through. You know what, though? All credit there to Lily Robinson. Yeah. And earlier, that run from Gizi Amado Fernandez. It's an immediate response.
It is. And you know what? It's probably going to be back to level pegging. With probably, 6 minutes to go after this kick? What a game this has been.
Oh, that was brilliant, that, again.
Spotted the gap, got out there early.
We have got a change in kicker once more. Marley Warner retaking the kicking duties.
These are often the hardest ones for the kickers, they always say. The ones in front of the post where everyone thinks you shouldn't miss, but...
I mean, I'm never much of a kicker anyway of a rugby league ball, I have to admit, Jake. So, you know, no point talking to me about kicking. This is why I've ended up on a microphone, to be fair.
Me neither, but whenever you speak to a kicker at a kick like these, the hardest ones, the ones in front of the post.
So, Warner directly under the post. Nerves jangling, strikes it well low, flags are raised. We're all level, 22 each.
Could we be in, Dave, for golden point?
Are we going too early on that?
Have we committed too early to that?
Was I going too early for player of the match? And are you going too early for golden point?
Maybe, but I think we said early on, didn't we couldn't pick a winner out of these two sides, and it's been fantastic all the way through.
Oh, you're enjoying the coverage this afternoon here on the RFL YouTube channel. My name's Dave Parkinson alongside Jake Brook for this one. And we are witnessing an absolute thrilling game in the Year 9 Inspire Sport Champion Schools final for the girls. Oh, that's a confident run down the touchline, or heading towards the touchline. Got a little bit too close for me.
Yeah, she got a bit closer comfort for me then.
But again, good work from Bedford High to win that ruck. Play the ball quickly. Davis Ward trying to inspire. They're moving the ball down this left-hand side. Ball goes through hands. Referee spotted a knock on. So Menezes is going to have to stop, even though she's trying to skip in and out of the challenges. Oh, she'll have those 20 metres taken away from her.
I think that determination just blocked out everything else, and referees pulled her back for a knock-on.
I love the frustration as well, to be honest. Like, she's wanting to get on with things.
Leave the ball where it is. Take your breath.
So 22 all. Could that be an important turnover as far as Archbishop Centenary are concerned? They're in possession. It's a big carry. It's a huge carry. What metres that is from Lily Robinson. Over the halfway line she goes. Still going.
Determination again. She's not wanting to go down.
Brilliant from Robinson. She's even pinched a couple of extra metres there.
Referee was sending her back. She won't get that many metres out of her.
Warner finds Palmer.
Palmer again.
There was a few tackles not quite meeting the mark now. We're getting to that late stage in the game where fatigue is setting in.
The tiredness is starting to show in it now. It's
Dunn moves it to the left. Warner. Oh, that just went. Oh, we play on at the moment. I just thought that had drifted forward actually, but we play on. And the pressure is still on this Bedford High defence to try and come up with stops and try and stop Gizi Amado Fernandez in particular. 15 out from the line. Archbishop centre move, moving this ball well. Out to this right, now it's straightened up. A direct run towards the middle.
Again, both sides have not given up on defence, have they? Always making that last-ditch tackle.
Casey Lee Parker plays it. Ball out to this right side. Kick comes in towards the corner. Bella McNally has to play it, then plays it again and gets it dead. Forces a dropout, but that was really good work because she was outnumbered by the sky blue shirts there, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was 3-on-1 there, and she had to just get the ball dead, and she did her job. No matter how it looked, she got the ball dead.
So a drop out from under the post. Martha Davis-Ward.
Oh, we've got a short one here.
Oh, it's a short one. Only reaches the 10-metre mark and well picked up and done. Goes back on the counter-attack. There's a desperate tackle which comes in. Just 10 metres out from the line here. Archbishop Centre Academy juggled by the player who then makes up for that. Good run from Roxy Emerson. Quick play of the ball. Trying to scheme their way over. Great defence.
Great hit.
What a tackle there. Brilliant hit on Vicky Bronsell.
I think that's what we call a dominant tackle in the refereeing fraternity.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's another really, really strong defensive effort. Again, plenty of concern being shown for the injured player. As you said, it was a real dominant tackle. There was
heavy hit, that one.
Vicky Bronsell, 10 metres out from the line.
She's determined to get up and play this ball though.
Being helped to her feet.
Yeah. Coach is saying, no, you're coming off. You're coming off.
So, chance here, 10 metres away from the line. Palmer turns it back in field for Robinson. Robinson held just 2 metres out. Dunn moves into dummy half menacingly. Finds Warner. Oh, and then it comes off the hands there of Palmer. Great work in defence, I've got to say, by Martha Davis-Ward. Yeah. Who then takes the next carry. 22-all, remembering this one. Tell you what, though, they could choose somewhere else to have the ball, they would do with Bedford High School. These are tough carries.
They have got it away from the line quite well, though. They've turned that over right on the line. They're already 20 metres out.
Martha Davis-Ward picks up some support. An all-encompassing tackle from Gizi Amado Fernandez. I think a second sub is on the field. I don't know where she's getting the energy from as the kick goes in.
I think she's definitely got herself back this part today, and she's been everywhere.
Palmer collects it. 40 metres from her own line, but then he's dominated in the challenge. This game is going anywhere at the moment. Knife-edge stuff. Again, a good challenge defensively, moving in there from Lily Mains. Warner to her right-hand side. This is Robinson. How many metres has she picked up today?
She has made some absolute barnstorming metres.
This second half especially.
Yeah. She's that unsung hero for your team that'll just keep going forward, keep going forward.
Oh, that's a developing run from Casey Lee Parker. Gets inside the 30, just about pushed back in centre field. Really enjoying this game.
Yeah.
It's one for the ages of Champ School finals. As the ball turned back in field to Palmer. Palmer was really surging. I'm sure she started that run in a different postcode. She'll play it about 15 metres out from the line.
There. And that's it, it's full time.
That's full time, so we have got
golden point.
Golden point. Or have we?
Yeah, it's definitely golden point extra time.
Yeah, definitely golden point extra time. Ooh.
this is where it gets interesting now, isn't it?
Definitely is. I mean, what's your thoughts on what we've seen? That second half was a belter.
Do you know what? I think the whole game has been fantastic. The last 15 minutes of that second half, fantastic. Back and forth, you couldn't really pick a winner. And do you know what? I think it could be one where you might even go through 10 minutes of golden point extra time and it ends up being a full draw.
Yeah, we've got 2 5-minute periods of extra time in this one, so or golden point, whichever comes first. So any sort of points, and they're the winner, or we could have another 10 minutes of rugby league in front of us.
Do we get a drop goal-a-thon?
I hope not. People take golden point literally, don't they? You just see big challenges and going for 1-pointers. Where for me, sometimes the option is probably to go for the try.
Yeah, and I think seeing from those two sides, I can't see them going drop goal.
No.
I think they'll both use the ball pretty well, spread it out, and it's definitely going to come down to Dave, that moment of brilliance. Still can't pick up on a.
He still can't pick a player of the match either.
Still, I think we've got it down to 2 players, but it's still.
Okay. I'm liking the two. I'm liking the 2-player thought.
Yeah.
Are they one from Bedford High, one from Archie?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of notable contenders as well.
Oh, there is.
Lily Mae Robertson has made she must have made the most meters in this game.
Heap of meters.
Heaps. Done well, kept going forward. Palmer as well, who's been fantastic.
So golden point coming right up in this Year 9 girls final. Inspire Sport, champion schools, giving us valid entertainment value, brilliant work from everybody involved. And it's going to be kicked off by Archbishop Centimere Academy. Is that an important thing?
I think if I always won the toss in golden point, I'd always want to kick off, get down there, force a mistake.
I mean, to be fair, we've seen some really good restarts.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we've seen kicks that have gone long and gone into the back, and then we've seen ones aimed at the touchline.
I think she's setting up to aim it at the touchline here. I expect a drill into the floor.
So Palmer will get us underway at the start of this extra time period. Bounces, bobbles. Oh, it's come up for them, but that's a big tackle coming in there to stop Gizi Amado Fernandez.
That's unfortunate. Got that
did
ball
she knock
back.
on?
Yeah, she knocked on. I think they got that ball back from the restart. It could have been a really good start.
So Bedford High School in possession at the start of this first period of extra time. Decent run as well from Evie Gibbons. She's made some decent meters as well, hasn't she, Evie?
Both sides have had really good forwards. Have been solid at just going forward well.
And I don't know how many tackles Gizi Amado Fernandez has made or put herself in the frame. Even though they give away a penalty now, I think she was just a little bit too keen and eager for her own good there.
I think she knew she had the ability to steal the ball, and the players had not quite dropped off out of the tackle for her there.
So it's going to be Annabella Coleman to tap this ball and get us back underway. Makes a decent 10 metres right at the start of the set. Over on that right side of the field. Moving up is Martha Davis-Ward, ducks beneath the challenge, straightens up again. She's on a little 40 forward, she's going to go inside the 20.
You can see that Martha's really got that moment of brilliance in her to create a gap.
Oh, a great running again from Rafaela Menezes. 15 out from the try line. McNally's holding her position on this wing. Run comes in from Menezes. Slips the ball out, support's there. They keep it moving. Oh, valiant defence yet again on Lily Mains. Can they find their way over? Ball moved to the right. Keep going. Oh, they're in! That's the winner. Evie Gibbons crosses for the winner. Try created by Martha Davies-Ward. But Bedford High School have won a thriller in extra time, 26 points to 22.
What a game.
What a game.
And I think that just quite seals the player of the match for Martha Davies.
So Martha Davies-Ward is our player of the match.
With a really notable, honourable mention to Fernandez from the other side.
Oh, she was
absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely everywhere. Scored a try as well.
Yeah.
That was one of those games where I have to admit, I didn't want it to end.
No, I thought we could have played for another 10 minutes, and I reckon they'd have come back and scored again if that wasn't golden point.
So Martha Davies-Ward is our player of the match in this one. Absolutely tremendous performance from Davies-Ward. Superb, yeah, putting 3 goals over, scoring a try, creating that one right at the end as well.
Yeah, and like I said, she just marshalled the team around that field, and then she also had the odd moment of brilliance herself to create that try early on in the second half. But yeah, she marshalled the team really, really well there.
Wow, as I've been doing throughout the afternoon, I'm praising 3 teams out there, because we've got our 2 school sides and also our match officials. So I thought she let things flow where she could, did Rebecca Floyd. They got some really good support from her 2 touch judges.
Yeah, and I think for me that's the key to refereeing any final, is letting the game flow, not being noticed. It sounds really weird, but just don't be noticed. And she did what she needed to do. She refereed it really well, and there was no controversy, which is always nice to see.
So, Bella McNally with 2 tries in that one for Bedford High School, 2 tries for Evie Gibbons, that 1 try for Martha Davies-Ward, and also 3 goals from the boot of Martha as well. 26 points for Bedford High, and in response we saw tries from Gizi Amado Fernandez, Navia Dunn, Nancy Parker and Lily Robinson, with goals split between Parker and Marley Warner. 26-22, brilliant.
What a game that's been, yeah. I think we'll struggle to get a better game than that today.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, absolutely brilliant.
Just a shame that one of them has to lose. It's always hard to lose, I think, from Golden Point.
So, everything being put together for the final presentation. As we've seen throughout the afternoon, it's going to be our referees and touch judges who will receive a memento of their occasion.
Yeah, Rebecca Floyd, who's made a Women's Super League under-19s debut this year, refereeing as well. Topped off by a Champions Schools final this year as well. And Wembley, not a bad year.
That's a brilliant year, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant and well deserved. Rebecca Floyd gets that one. And
supported really well by Lexi and Maya.
Lexi and Maya Gass. Yeah.
Maya, who's done 2 back-to-back games.
You know, it's impressive, that, isn't it?
It's not an easy day, that.
The game after this one.
Yeah. So, the player of the match is going to be awarded Martha Davies-Ward. What a tremendous game she had.
Yeah.
And as I say, it's so encouraging, because I said we need generals coming through, don't we now, in the women's game?
Half-backs need to be generals, and half-backs is the harder position to play out there, but she shows she's got some real talent to do with being that marshal.
So forward come the runners-up. For every winner there is a runners-up in a final. Our thoughts go to Archbishop Centenary Academy. Fantastic effort from them this afternoon, though.
And you know what? They can count themselves really unlucky, because they could have easily won that game.
It was so well poised, wasn't it?
Yeah, finely balanced, and I think we always said it had come down to one moment of brilliance, and they created that gap out wide, and they scored that try.
And now it's the turn of Bedford High to come forward, collect their winners' medals and take their place behind the winners' board. So leading the way is Rafaela Menezes. Great work throughout from these girls. Absolutely tremendous. And these are the memories, these are the pictures that will go on the school walls, aren't they?
these are the memories that you'll still have when you're older, and you'll still remember playing with these players. That's what rugby league's great at. You make friendships forever, whether it's school, whether it's playing for your community club.
So, your winners of the Year 9 Girls Inspire Sport Champion Schools final is Bedford High School. And there's the lift of the trophy. Brilliant, brilliant. And we'll let the pictures do the talking. Jake, thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, mate.
And I'll keep up the good work around the RFL.
Will do, mate. Thank you.
So congratulations to Bedford High School. Once again, please show your appreciation to both teams. Archbishop Sentinel Academy and Bedford High School. Coming up next here at the Dialog Kitchen Stage is the turn of the Year 9 boys, which sees Bedford High School
Hello and welcome back to the DIY Kitchen Stadium here at Wakefield. We're now just ahead of the Year 9 boys final of this Inspire Champion Schools Day. What a fantastic game we've got in prospect. Bedford High School up against Archbishop Centenary Academy, and these two teams, they met each other a couple of years ago at Wembley in the Year 7s final.
Yeah, both schools, they're always full of talent. The Bedford High girls have just won against Archbishop in the previous game in the Golden Point thriller. So Archbishop will be looking to get one back and even the stakes.
That is the voice of Kevin Brown, obviously, who's speaking, and I'm Dave Parkinson, as I have been for all of this afternoon. Great to have you alongside me, by the way, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
Really looking forward to this one. We'll do a quick run through the two sides, starting first of all with Bedford High. We're in 13, Archie Warhurst. We're in 2, Jacob Fairclough. We're in 12, Alistair Anderson. In 3 is Oscar Southern. 4, George Wilson. 7, Josh Sanderson. 6, Kobe Barmer. 10, Billy Wingfield. 16, Lucas Corbett. 14, Sam Lee Short. 11, Dylan Reynolds. 8, Tom Webster. 1, Alfie Ainscoe. And then the bench is Riley Wilcock in 9, Vinnie Braycheck in 15, Josh Harris Hayes in 5, and Chris Foster in 17, with Tom Carroll wearing 19. For the Archbishop Centenary Academy, it's Ellis Fewless wearing 1, 2, Lennon Shipley, 3, Reuben Jubb, 4, Logan Sims, 5, Harry Bell, 6, Marshall Taylor, 7, Preston Hoyle, 8, Harry Reimer, 9, Alfie Smith, 10, Landon McMillan, 11, Oliver Johnson, 12, Ty Walker, 13, Jamie Hall, 14, Finn Gladstone, 15, Leo Frankish, 16, Dylan McGlone, 17, Harry Spivey, 18, Jaden Harrison. Our referee is Aidan Bealey, and our touch judges for this one are Cam Breeny and Lucas Dabbs. Whoa, I am really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, and it sounds like some of the parents are as well. It's a great atmosphere, and both sets of teams have just come out and they're really pumped, aren't they, in front of us. It's a perfect day, the pitch is perfect, so they'll be looking to get through the sets initially, but I'm sure they'll be moving the ball around and trying to really entertain this crowd. I'm
quite intrigued to see sort of how the sides move it around, particularly with this varied wind that there is here, isn't there?
Yeah, a lot of wind, and you know what, there's a big pack from Bedford as well, so I think the whole team may look to move it, as we see a great first tackle there from Bedford High.
So yes, so it's going to be Archbishop Centenary making first use of possession, carrying the ball, still inside their own 20-metre line. Just 2 tackles into proceedings, run out of dummy half. We'll no doubt catch up with who all these players are as they start to get into the game. Nice pick up out of dummy half, solid run, and immediately the defence closes in. Leading the way was Oscar Southern, doing the challenge. Helping out was Alfie Ainscoe. Nice work down this left-hand side of the field. There's Logan Sims, manages to skip out of the challenges, pushing his way just beyond the halfway line, and he'll play it about 15 in from touch. We've reached the last tackle. Kick comes in from Marshall Taylor into the open spaces. Oh, it's bounced and bobbled in behind. Oh, and then unfortunately both sides just coming up with an error there. But that was a great kick.
Yeah, it was a great set. They did look to move the ball. They went down a short side. The number 6, Marshall Taylor, just picked off the short side and put his centre away. I think it was young Logan Sims who cut back in, and then it was a kick that landed in between fullback and winger and caused an almighty problem. But I think the kick did go backwards from Bedford, and then unfortunately Archbishop Santanamu knocked the ball on, so they do get the ball for the first time themselves now, Bedford High.
So a little bit of a let-off really in some respects for Bedford.
Yeah, and I think where the sun is as well, it'll be dazzling for these wingers if the ball keeps being put into no man's land, and the chase is as good as it was then. They may look to do that over and over again today.
This is where I love having you alongside me, because you've played at this ground, haven't you, a number of times?
Yeah, I've played at this ground, and often when the sun's in your eyes, the crowd are really on top of you as well, so the atmosphere is great, and there's no room for error. But we see this is great defence now from the Hull side. They're just racing off the line, and they've got some big boys up front too.
Yeah, they certainly have. Big run coming in from Billy Wingfield. He's brought his side a few extra metres there, but they're still inside their own 40 at the moment. Bedford High School moving the ball down this right-hand side, but nervous hands there from Sam Lee Short. He's just spilled it.
Yeah, you can see what that means. The dejection there from the Bedford school, but the side in the blue from Hull They're really, really buoyed by that defensive set. All you want to do at the start of the game is just get through your sets. It's the worst possible start for Bedford, but now they get a chance to defend their own line.
To be fair, there's so many nerves flying around, isn't there, when you get into finals?
Yeah, and especially when there's so much passion, you know, and it's been built up. A National Cup final, there's no bigger game at this age. So it's a massive achievement just getting here, but they do want to win, and we can see how much it means to them, the way that they're throwing the bodies into each other already.
Jamie Hall with this carry down centre field. He's about 20 metres away from the line. Worked out from dummy half, Alfie Smith. One pass to the right. Turning run downfield. It was an attempted offload there. Referee has ruled it as a knock-on. Unlucky there for me. I thought they was trying to promote the ball then.
Yeah, it was Oliver Johnson. For me, that ball went backwards and there was hands in the play, but it does it just gives them a little bit of a reprieve there, the Bedford High School. As we see the wind, it's causing havoc with our TV cameras up here, so it's going to cause havoc down there on pitch side too.
Yeah, if we've both got to go quiet for a second, we're probably holding the TV up, aren't we, to be fair. But it's going to be a scrum down in favour of Bedford High, fed by Kobe Barmer. Barmer to feed it, picked up at the base of the scrum. Sent down this right side, that's
good shot.
Hit, contact.
That's a great hit. Really impressed so far by this young Sims.
Oh, and then they've spilled it again, and it's gone backwards in the eyes of a referee for Bedford High School. I think I mentioned before, referee Aidan Beale. It's a big occasion for the match officials as well.
Yeah, they're not much older than the players, are they? So, you know, there's a lot of responsibility. I've just been speaking to a couple of parents in there of the previous game, and they were just happy there were no controversy. Let's hope it's the same on this one. But so far, real good start to the game from both sides, real clean.
Yeah, big carry from Reynolds. Now it comes into the middle of the field. Billy Wingfield getting over the halfway line. He's come up with a couple of really good carries early on in this game. Ball moved to the right, kick comes in on the last.
That's a big kick, Dave, and it's going to bounce.
Oh, and it's really outfoxed the winger there, Lennon Shipley. He's forced to retreat and then tries to pick up some metres. Recovers pretty well in the end, to be honest, to get just outside his own 10-metre mark.
Yeah, there's a couple of identical mullets knocking out there for the Archbishop side. There's a great run now from the fullback.
Does really well there, does Ellis Fewless, turning defence into attack. And again, really solid work out of dummy half. They're over the 30-metre line, approaching the 40 as this play the ball comes in now. And Oliver Johnson throwing his weight forward, just rolled over on his back. Nice control stop there from Wingfield. Ball went left. And a big charge coming in from Harry Reimer. Superb metres made from prop forward there. He's 40 metres out from the line. The last tackle has been reached. Ball in the arms of Marshall Taylor again.
It's a great kick. That's going to bounce.
Will that just hold up? No,
yeah,
he's just
fortunately for Bedford, it bounced again. But they're going back at that winger, aren't they? The sun is in his eyes. And I think both teams are guilty of letting the ball bounce. Getting away with it at the moment. But at some stage it will bite them.
Archie Warhurst with the first carry of the set. Referee rules it as the first carry, and forward comes Wingfield, who links with some support. Alistair Anderson. He'll play just inside his own 40-metre line. Dumping to the right, brought to the left from Lucas Corbett. And again, they're setting themselves. They just need to get a couple of completions under the belt, don't they, at the moment?
Yeah, the last set was very good. This is a better carry. Good defence too. Really testing each other out, aren't they, in the middle? And set restart there, Dave.
I love these age groups, the way they go at each other. It's all or nothing, isn't it? As
it is.
Goes through the middle, quick play the ball from him. Moved quickly to his right side. Stepping run forward.
It's a fantastic opportunity. We still 4 players to go. The first time they've been in the 20-metre zone.
And again, having a look through Billy Wingfield. That's a strong carry, twisted as well. Spun his way 10 metres out from the line, directly underneath the post. Ball went to the right again. And then is it building for him? Ainscough tries to do the step, he gets through. Wonderful footwork. Superb from Alfie Ainscough. It was just the slightest of shifts that he made, and over he went.
It was exactly that. It was a 3-on-3, and they didn't look like there was much on, but then the number 1, Alfie Ainscough, he just bounces off his right foot. He's a big man who's got great athleticism, and after so much pressure on their own line defending and doing it the tough way, the side from Lee have come out with the first try, and it was a beautiful one, shifted to the right-hand side, and I'm sure they'll be going back there testing that edge defence.
It's the first time really they've had a look at the line, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, there was a kick earlier that bounced and they got away with it, and then, you know, the set restart. We can see how important that is at all ages, you know, discipline, you know, from when you're 6, 7 and all the way up to Super League, you've got to be disciplined, and the set restart was the killer there, and both sides have shown that they're dangerous if they're given position.
Wainscourt will attempt this conversion, 10 metres in from the touchline, 4 points to 0 in favour of Bedford High. Right at the start of this Year 9 boys final. Takes his time. Now starts his run up, right-footed kicker. He's just swirled that across the face of the uprights. So the scoreline remains 4 points to 0 here. But what a start and what footwork from Alfie Ainscombe.
Yeah, and he could have converted his own try there, Alfie, but the wind, I think we just got a glimpse of how strong it actually is from right to left. Off the boot, it just went a long way.
So back on the halfway line with Archbishop Centimere Academy. It's going to be full-back Fewless to get us back underway. Starts his run up, away we go again. Put some distance on it. Oh, and then it's fumbled once again.
Yeah, he just misjudged the sun and the wind there, didn't he? The young league, Bedford High. And now opportunity for Archbishop to fire back with some of their own attack and see if they can really put some dents in this defence and put some attacking shape on their own.
Almost 9 minutes gone in this game, 4 points to 0 in favour of Bedford High, but a real opportunity here for Archbishop Centimere to launch an attack of their own. Midfield scrum. Let's see what they can come up with. Scrum is fed, picked up at the base, fed down this left-hand side. Ball in the arms now, Fewless. Finds his front well low, 5 metres out from the line. Continue to probe down this left side. Great pass, great finish. Logan Sims goes in, and he's shown that footwork yet again that he showed early doors.
Yeah, he did, and I'm really liking that combination from Marshall Taylor, the standoff. He just picks that short side. He did it earlier in the first set of the game, and he finds that man who's had a great start to this game, Logan Sims, and he's just too big and too strong. He gets on the outside of his opposite defender there, but it was a beautiful bit of play. As we watch back now, you just see the number 6, Marshall Taylor, just sneaks around, he's talking, and then bang he goes, and he finds the pass. It's real smart play from the halfback. He gets around his opposite number there, George Wilson. That's going to be a great battle all day.
It's a quality pass, that one, wasn't it, as well? I probably didn't pay him as much attention to the pass as I should have done.
Yeah, and it's not just the skill, it's the vision first to see that they've got numbers on the short side, the execution secondly, and both had to align there to get the points, and they did that. And that combination, like I say, I don't think that'll be the last we see of these two boys. Marshall Taylor and Logan Sims, very, very dangerous with ball in hand.
Fewless from the touchline. On this left side, just a couple of metres in from the touch here. Ball falls off the tee. That's probably an examination there of how tough this ways is.
Well done, mate.
So, Fewless. Lines this one up, starts his run up, it's wide, so scoreline remains 4 points each. Let's just have a look at this build up to this. So Fewless, he took the ball in.
Yeah, and he takes defenders, doesn't he? And he gets up quick as well, and even though they have got numbers, you can see how tight they are to each other. They just don't see the danger until it's too late. And he looks a real strong ball carrier, doesn't he? Logan Sims.
Quality start to the game for Logan Sims. Quality start to the game all round, to be honest.
Yeah,
4 points each.
It's all been on this edge. Defensively, both will hopefully they'll be better. And they let the ball bounce once again from the kickoff.
Just about kept in. Or has it been kept in? No, there's a penalty because there was taken from an offside position there from Archbishop Centimere Academy.
Yeah, there's a bit of a story, isn't there? It's all right scoring the tries, but you've got to return and complete the resulting kickoff, because each time it's the momentum has completely shifted. And once again now, Bedford High, they get 6 tackles within the 10-metre line. This is going to be a real difficult job now for Archbishop to keep them out.
Lucas Corbett to tap it, feeds the ball in to Oscar Southern. Big tackle there from Fewless. Now across it's moved. Good pass out to Wingfield.
Does well to stop him there. He nearly got his nose through to the line.
Corbett once more. Looks it back into the middle.
Great defence.
It was, but what a lovely offload to Corbett.
Shape out wide.
Finds the support. It is moved all the way out to the winger. They've managed to get across, but have they stopped it?
He's dropped the ball, Dave.
He has. What a fantastic bit of defensive work that was.
Well, put that down to desire and effort. The scramble. You can see here they had no right getting that ball out, but he did. And then the resulting play, the offload, and then it was a great ball, wasn't it, by the number 14, who finds the winger, and he just couldn't get in there.
Oh, super tackle on Jacob Fairclough, that. Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, young Jacob was going to, thinking he's going to put his name in lights, and he just put the ball on the arm, and it just spilled. So, great defence, and that'll please the coaches of this Archbishop Santamu school.
So, Archie back in possession, driving from the base of this scrum. Jamie Hall winning the penalty, ball ripped from his grasp.
Yeah, the worst possible couple of minutes there for Bedford. They get the penalty, they get the position, and then they drop the ball. And then off the resulting set, they give the penalty away. Completely relieving. We mentioned before how important discipline is. And I'm sure the coaches will be getting the message on that if they want to win this game and be national champions, they've got to get that discipline in order quick.
So Archie will start this attack just outside their own 20-metre line. Big charge coming in. Ooh, that scattered a few, didn't it? What a decent run that was.
McMillan, he looks like a player who won't take any backward steps, but then he drops the ball.
He did everything right until he stood up to play the ball. So error coming in from Landon McMillan.
I think you can put this down to the size of the game and the magnitude and how they build this game up in their own heads of the lads. The pressure that is on them to be national champions. You know, we've mentioned it before, there's no bigger game at this age.
Do you think they'll have memories as well of that Wembley game a couple of years ago?
Oh, definitely.
They played against each other, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Scores to settle.
Yeah, and they'll know it's competitive. They'll know that both sides can win if they play their best. So far, it's been a really, really even contest.
Zane's drifts off down the left-hand side. Now he tries to straighten up. The defence reaches him, though. Ruben Jubb coming up with the stop on the edge of the 20-metre mark. They'll now bring it back towards the centre of the ground.
Good shot.
Big tackle.
McMillan again.
Alistair Anderson had nowhere to go in that one. Wingfield feeds the ball back, looking for the running of Sam Lee Short. He's about 12 metres away from the line, over on the left-hand side of the field. Corbett probes down the left, brings it back to the right. Good link-up play. Oh, and he makes the ball available, and it just goes behind, but well picked up. And they go again into the corner. That was George Wilson who eventually cleaned up for Bedford High. Corbett feeding the ball back in field, running from Oscar Southern. Just pushed back. Referee tells him to get up and play it.
He's dropped the ball.
Yeah, I think he was trying his best to cover up, and the touch judge had spotted it.
Yeah, and that's nice from Archie there. You can see the danger man, Archie Warhurst, was just looking like he was going to do a similar feat to the first try. It comes off his right foot. Sorry, it's Alfie Ainscourt. Comes off his right foot, and he gets belted by 2 or 3 of them that time. Did find a great offload, but they're putting numbers in on that danger man now.
I suppose it didn't take many times for him to get hold of the ball to realise he's the danger guy. We've got to stop him.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, if they didn't know before the game, they knew straight after the first try, didn't they, that they need to get bodies in front of him.
Nice work from Archie, trying to bring the ball away from their own end, about 15 out from the line. Can they get forward now? It's a huge carry again, rolled on his back. Harry Reimer made a couple of good inroads as Reimer so far. Again, great yards to the 40-metre line. Now swept to this left, turned in field, off Preston, Marshall Taylor I should say, but they're carrying on going over the halfway line.
Keep your eye on this centre. He's got an appetite for the ball. Didn't quite get it there, but he wants it all the time.
Ball comes in field, kick comes in from Taylor again. Goes over the head of Warhurst. He has to retreat all the way towards his own line. It's a tricky bounce for him. And he was put under a ton of pressure there from Logan Sims.
Yeah, that combination, whether it's through pass or kick, Sims and Marshall Taylor, they're just on everything together, aren't they? Beautiful kick and chase.
Wilson rolled on, he's back inside his own 20-metre line. Bedford under a little bit of pressure. Runs like that'll try and relieve it though. 25 out from their own line now. Corbett works it to his left-hand side.
Another good carry.
Oh, superb run from Wingfield. Carries towards the halfway. Gets just beyond that mark as well, does Billy Wingfield. Destructive runner in the middle.
Yeah, very good run. They've took McMillan off now, Archie, so there is that.
Away comes Ainscough again. Breaks the line.
Lovely
drifts
footwork.
out. Drifts back in field. Superb work from him.
Yeah, what a player he is. That won't be the last run we see of him today, I'm sure of that.
Corbett.
Dangerous every time with ball in hand.
Moves the ball in field. Just for a second, it went a bit slow motion there in the arms of Archie Warhurst, but he was brought down, 15 out from the line. Solid set that. They got themselves into a fairly good position that they can defend in.
Yeah, they'll be quite happy with that. They turned the ball over on their terms, and now what they need to do is learn from the mistakes before when they get them in these positions, not give any penalties away, not give any cheap, possession given on a player. That's great defence.
There was evidence again because it was that man Logan Sims, wasn't it, who put himself in the position to take the ball.
Yeah, good defence there and a good carry. This game's settling down now into a lovely little arm wrestle.
Currently 4-all, 18 minutes
good
gone.
Carry.
Big run down the middle there from Jamie Hall. He's been prominent with a couple of those runs.
Yeah, he has. As is this man.
Over the 40-metre line. I think that's Harry Reimer underneath that. Alfie Smith in field. Once again looking for some dash destructive running from Jamie Hall.
Yeah, he looks a very good player in the middle of the field. Very athletic, loose forward.
Taylor gets his kick away, keeps it low, putting the pressure on that winger down that side, Jacob Fairclough, who caught with it well on this occasion.
Yeah, caught with it very well. Been tested a few times, and on that one, he really stood up. There's a lovely bit of footwork there on the opposite side.
Yeah, superb bit of running there, Alistair Anderson. But he's had another 15 metres with that carry. Can they get out of their own half? Well, they'll do everything they can. Wilson coming all the way from his wing position to get over the halfway line. That's the wing on this right side, by the way, all the way over on the left. You can't say that he doesn't want the ball. Bedford, 40 metres away from the try line. Can they get even closer? Looking to link
Nice
the
bit
ball
of play
back.
there.
Dylan Reynolds. Big carry from him. 30 metres away from the line. Last tackle signal here. Goes to the right.
Great kick.
He's got plenty of hang time on that one. Oh, and Alfie Ainscough took it. Can he finish it off?
What
Can he
a
find
tackle.
an offload?
What a tackle that is.
Tackle. Where did he come from? It was like
Well,
Ainscough
I'd
just
give him
jumped.
100 to 1. The size that he was giving away, the opposite fullback, Ellis Fewless, against Alfie Ainscough, I think it was the loose forward. It looked like he was going to score his second try, but that's beautiful desperation and defence. But once again, real difficult area for Archie to come out from.
How high did he jump though? I mean, that was just a superb rugby all round that, to be fair.
Yeah, it was. It was a great kick, a great chase and catch, but then probably even better defence than it needed to be. But there's a problem now for that man. He's just gone down on his back. There's always a worry when there was no one in play. He may have twisted his ankle or his knee.
There was no one around him either, was there, when he went down?
So this will be a massive loss for Bedford. He's been one of the standout players so far in the opening 20 minutes or so of this match.
If I remember rightly, at Wembley as well, I think he picked up a knock and had to go off the field for part of the game. Very much a real fulcrum type of player as far as Bedford High are concerned.
It's always a bit of a concern when they're holding the knee, especially at this age. You know, the game is one thing, but super talent, Alfie Ainscough. Hopefully he gets to his feet. I think everyone else is enjoying the little bit of a break and they're getting the water on because it is really warm out there as well.
It'd be a big leveller if he can't continue. They'll see this as a bonus, won't they, at the moment at Archbishop Centenary Academy?
Yeah, and it's what it does to his own team as well. Obviously, they'll know how important he is for them. Once we watch the replay again, he jumps up. Didn't seem to get injured in this. But then all of a sudden he just stops, doesn't he?
That was still brilliant work from Fewless.
Oh, it was brilliant work, brilliant work. And then he gave him a little slap in the face for afters as well, which I'm sure that he'll be trying to get one of his own back later, big Alfie Ainscough, if he can continue in this game.
Loads of concern being shown for Ainscough. Obviously his health is paramount, isn't it? 4 points each in this one.
There's been absolutely nothing, has it, in the game? It's just been end to end, and really both teams feeding off the opposition's errors or discipline. So I think the messages will be going on there now. We see the coach in the water boys, and it is great news for Bedford that Alfie Ainscough can continue.
What's more interesting as well, he's gone back to the middle of the field.
Yeah, as a loose forward, he's got to do his job, hasn't he? So if he's fit to play on. Somebody's just said, go back out there, go on then. Yeah, you're fine. Put the cold water sponge on it. It's amazing how much good that stuff does. Fearless. Working his way forward over that 40-metre line inside his own half, but he had no right to win as many metres as he did there. Ball back once more with Marshall Taylor. This time changing his kick, and Warrest is going to have to attack that. Does well to step the falling defender, but who's chasing him but Logan Sims. He's great on both sides of the ball, isn't he? Yeah, he is very good, very good. Looks very athletic and very strong, and he's in for a double then. I think that's always a good sign when I've seen a few times now that he's not only got the quality when given the ball in space, he's also got that work ethic too. So this settling down for Bedford High School. Over the halfway line they go. Wingfield dropping it back, looking around for a support of Sam Lee Short. He gets a late offload going as well. This time to Riley Wilcock, who goes off on a little foray of his own towards that 30-metre line. He'll play it about 15 metres in from the touchline. Brought back towards the middle. Josh Sanderson works it into this middle. Last tackle signalled here. Ainscough calls for it. Keats puts a low kick in this time, which bobbles up in favour of Lennon Shipley. And Shipley tries to find the ground, can only find the front row. Yeah, but he'll be happy with that, Shipley. It was a nice easy take, no pressure, it wasn't a competitive kick. Then referee waving play on there, despite the pass seeming to come off someone's head. Archbishop St Mary's will play this 12 metres out from their own line under a little bit of pressure in this set. Can they escape? Nice, oh, it's Fewless. Fewless has found a gear. He's over the 40, he's over halfway. He's being chased down, but that's a brilliant run from Fewless. Well, that takes all the pressure off, doesn't it? But now he's done all so good there, but then he's just tried too much and he's dropped the ball. I think I've cursed him there, Kev. I was wanting to praise him as he set off on this run. We've done that a few times today. What a run this is. Yeah, he looked like he was going to go the length, didn't he? And great chase back there. I think it was the number 12. I'm glad Alistair Anderson. I'm glad that you've witnessed one of my commentator curses as well, to be fair. But as you say, a really relieving run that. I suppose if you are going to make a mistake, it's better to do it in the opposition half. Let's look at the positives. He went 60 metres, and even with a kick there, they probably don't get that length. So, yeah, even though the result wasn't as good as it could have been, still very relieving run there from the young fullback, Fewless. Good work from Sanderson, just drifting down this right side, looking to play the ball. Oh, and then setting off like a shot out dummy half is Riley Wilcott, but to be fair, really well caught by McMillan. Yeah, he's just come back into the game, McMillan, from having a rest, and he's trying to throw himself about there, isn't he, in the middle of the field. Now Warrest stretching beyond halfway. Bedford High, 45 metres away from the line. It's still locked up at 4 points each here as Wingfield just uses a bit of late footwork at the line. Really like the look of him. He's just getting over every time, isn't he? Quick play the ball once again. He makes playing in that position look easy, which is it's not the easiest position to play, is it? Well, that's a great tackle again. Brilliant half there from both sides. Nothing in it. This could go anywhere, this game, couldn't it? Well, it could, and I think if the sides are guilty of anything, it's probably a little bit sloppy with the handling. I think whichever side just, contains the ball and keeps hold of the ball the most will win this game, because, like you say, there's nothing in it. They can both attack. They're both very well drilled defensively, but it's just been the opposition errors and penalties that have allowed possession either way.
It's been a tale of 2 tries in this one. Alfie Ainscoe opening the scoring for Bedford High School, and then Logan Sims responding. 2 quality tries with different attributes.
Yeah, and just as you mentioned, Alistair Ainscoe there, he's just walked into the dugout and he's getting some treatment off the physio, so his school are just going over to find some shaded area to just have a minute and have a debrief before they get back out there for a hugely important second half.
So half time here, 4 points each. Bedford High against Archbishop Centenary Academy. Whew, this one's going anywhere, isn't it? While I've got you here, Kev, what are you up to these days? You're a busy man, aren't you?
I'm a busy man, yeah. I've got bits and bats going on. I'm a player agent. I have a restaurant. I have a property business. So I just like to keep my mind busy. Everyone told me when you finish playing, it's important that you set things in place for you. So that's what I try and do. That's what I try to do for myself, but I also try and do that for the next generation of players coming through and finishing up.
How did you find that transition? You know, because I suppose you don't just fall into that, or had you already got your restaurant business set up?
Yeah, the restaurant. I was probably lucky, and this is what I tell a lot of the young lads. I didn't have a lot of great role models what to do right, but I had quite a few what not to do, and you know, I was really worried about, you know, my life after rugby, being a very young man and not having any sort of purpose in my life. So that's what I did. I set my restaurant up 8 years ago, and that's going really good. I had a coffee shop that me and my wife run for a couple of years as well. So just like trying different things, and really content with where my life's at the minute, but still do miss playing rugby, that's for sure.
I do like you mentioned as well about setting players up for the next generation, you know, though, like you were saying. So, you know, you must meet a lot of younger players now, and like you were saying, you provide that positive role model now, don't you?
Yeah, and just try and say, look, you never make it to the point where you even if you've got enough money in the bank, you want purpose. So education, property, businesses, all that stuff is what I am passionate about, and is my passion, and why I went into being a manager of players. And I sort of fell into it. I looked after a lot of my teammates at first, Andy Ackers, Dan Sargison, Callum Watkins, Joe Burgess. They was asking for help, and I was doing it as a friend. And then quite a few of them asked me to do it as a profession, and it's something that I enjoy. You know, there is tough days, you know, when you're giving people bad news, but you know, as long as you get that news and you deal with it the best way, I think, you know, you live and learn, don't you? And as long as you're always doing the right thing long term and looking for your future, but also living in the present is something that I also tell them, because that is a bit of a regret of mine, that I always look for the next week and the next game, and sometimes you never actually really enjoy the days like today when you're a young player.
That sounds like me working in media, to be honest, drifting from week to week to week to week and on to the next one, you know. So maybe I could do with looking at a little bit of that.
Definitely.
I might be having a chat with you after this game, to be honest, Kev. But great with that little bit of insight. Thank you so much as we get the second half underway, and it's going to be Bedford High making first use of possession. There's Warres just drifting towards that 30-metre line, right in centre field. Wilcott picks up out of dummy half, spins it to his left-hand side.
That's a great run.
Solid hit up that one. Again, who's there in defence though? But Jamie Hall.
He's been everywhere, hasn't he? With ball and without the ball. There's a chance now.
Good run down this left-hand side, but equally strong defence on Alistair Anderson. Wilcott finds Ainscoe. Whoa, that's a towering kick. He boomed it downfield. It'll bounce. It'll bobble, it'll trickle, it'll head towards touchline. I think they've been saved a bit there with the bounce.
Yeah, well, it was almost a 40-20, wasn't it? He kicked it that high, just outside of the 40 when he kicked it, but no one wanted a piece of that one. I think there was 3 or 4 people shouting yours.
Yours, mine. No, we'll let the touchline have it.
And I don't blame him, but the height that he put on that in this wind and this sun, it's a great result straight away from the first set. And it was that man again with the booming kit, Alfie Ainscoe. He's definitely got a niggle, but he's playing through the pain.
Full credit to him, great kick. And now it's Archbishop Centenary Academy in possession, but they're at the wrong end of the field, just 15 out from their own line. It's all Bedford High School putting the pressure on. Brave carry. Strong tackle being moved in there though from Sam Lee Short. Just making it a very tightly packed middle. Oh, but good work out of dummy half. He spotted a little gap and scurried for it, to be fair, as Finn Gladstone.
I think if they are going to have any joy, it's going to be on that far edge. Seen a couple of times Logan Sims, since his try, he hasn't really had ball in hand.
Fewless. He's really, really challenging the defence with every carry.
He's been really impressive defensively as well, if you remember the tackle on Ainscore to keep his side level, but also the amount of work he's done.
Hall dropped the ball back, looking for McMillan. McMillan rolled on his back. They've controlled that particular stop of Bedford. Still inside their own half here, last tackle signalled. Under pressure, but moving the ball. Oh, it's a destructive run. Finding men in motion. Superb run coming in there. Oliver Johnson feeding the ball out. Oh, he's just spilled it. It's been picked up. And Bedford High take the ball back into contact, and it's a high challenge.
And it was a high challenge. It was a great bit of play, wasn't it? And it was Harry Rayner who, found the ball, found the offload to put his outside backs away, but then, unfortunately there for Ruben Judd, when he gets the ball, it's at his feet.
Yeah, it was always
once
different.
again, error, penalty, relieving pressure and territory. Big opportunity now for the team from Lee.
Bedford High will tap this ball 35 out from their own line into the arms of Jacob Fairclough. It's a strong carry from him towards halfway. Rolled over on his back, however, well controlled in the end from Ruben Jubb.
This looks like good shape from Bedford High.
And they're moving it into a tricky sort of position. Walrus drifting across field, getting beyond halfway, leaving a couple of players on the deck as well with the play of the ball and the speed. Going down the right hand side, Oscar Southern inside the 40. Over on that far right hand side of the field, being brought back towards the middle.
Oh, what a ball!
Here they ran through the middle. Oh, that's a huge tackle coming in from Fewless. Superb on Sam Lee Short. He'll play it 10 metres out. And Wingfield feeds the ball down this left side. It's kept moving. Chance here, diving for the line. They've got over. Superb run there. And Tom Webster touches down for Bedford High. They've gone in front, 8 points to 4. Superb ball. Well, a really good movement.
Oh, it was beautiful movement. The line from Billy Wingfield initially, and it was a great tackle again, wasn't it, by the fullback, Fewless. Sorry, it wasn't. It was Sam Lee Short. And then from the resulting play of the ball, they whip it out. And Tom Webster, for me, I thought he'd blown it. I thought he should have passed this ball, but he knows best. He had the strength and the agility and the presence of mind to get that ball down. Beautiful try and celebration to boot.
I love that celebration.
Yeah.
He's been watching Magic Weekend, hasn't he, with celebrations like that.
Yeah, and he gives his number one, Alfie Ainscourt, an easier kick than we've seen all day. We've seen how important the kicking can be in this wind.
So this one just to the left of the uprights. I have to admit, I mean, don't get me wrong, Kev, I don't think I've ever kicked a rugby ball properly anyway, but these would be the ones that were really nervous for me, just to the left-hand side of the post.
Yeah, he'll try and curl this one in. I'm sure he'll try and aim for this right post.
20 steps.
Beautiful kick.
Oh, it's just been...
gets hold of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, just at the last minute. It was drifting, wasn't it? And then the wind got hold. So, Bedford High School 8, Archbishop Centre move 4. Again,
Once
it was
again, beautiful tackle.
He actually knocked on there.
He does drop that ball. They've got away
everybody
with
missed
one
that one.
The referee was in the best position. You get to see it's nice hands, isn't it? And then he just goes route one. I'm going to run too hard and you're not going to stop me.
As a prop forward, that'll be a 40-metre charge by the end of the night, won't it? Here's Wingfield.
Good tackle.
Now, he is a player that could be capable of a 40-metre charge.
Yeah, well, he's gone 30 metres there. Unfortunately for Archie, there was a shoulder that got under the ball.
Yeah, it's that man, Jamie Hall, again with the challenge. Still, they're coming down this left-hand side now with Bedford High. Hope you're enjoying coverage this afternoon via the RFL YouTube channel. This is, of course, the Inspire Champion Schools final for the Year 9 boys.
Really getting a roll on now, Bedford. Archie just needs to get a grip back of this game.
Ainscourt, just who you don't want to see getting hold of the ball, and he drifts across and uses that strength and that fend. He's a magnificent player.
He's got great footwork and strength too. Every time it takes 3-4 players to bring him down, as it does this big man too.
Roll on his back on this occasion. That'll just slow him down a fraction of a second. Billy Wingfield. Wilcock passes to the right. Sanderson will get boot on ball. Lofts it high. Testing out the winger who comes back to Shipley.
He's been tested over and over again on that left wing, hasn't he? Young Shipley, Lennon Shipley.
On the edge of the 20-metre line, he plays it. This is Fewless again.
He's had a brilliant game. One of the players of the match for me.
He is a never-say-die sort of player. I love players like that. They just bring so much energy.
Well, he's saved 2 tries himself as well. Defensively, he's been magnificent. I think he's given so much yardage for his forwards as well. And a breather, as has this man.
Oh, brilliant run coming in. Superb there from Jamie Hall, getting over the halfway line. Looking to play. And they'll jump on the back of this one and stream downfield. Harry Reimer, big charge from Reimer. Superb charge from Reimer. He's going all the way and under the post. What a run, what a finish, what a try.
Well, Harry Reimer, he did it all on his own on that occasion. And just when it looked like Bedford High were getting a real strong grip of this game, the front row partnership of McMillan and Reiner, he just goes straight through. When there's no fullback at home, he gets rid of the number 9. The 11 and 13 just can't get there. And the big front rower puts the ball down, crucially in front of the sticks. You'd expect the kicker to knock this one over and put his team in front for the first time.
He showed real strength and athleticism on that, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm just not sure where the fullback was there. Archie Warhurst, he's been fantastic all day. Just out of position a little bit there. Maybe he was involved in the tackle. But this Bedford side won't lie down, they won't go away. We've seen that so far in the opening 33 minutes. They've got more than the capability of coming back and winning this game.
Fewless supports Archbishop, Centimere Academy in front. Steps in, flags raised. It's currently now 8 points to Bedford High, 10 points to Archbishop Centimere Academy. And just enjoy this.
Yeah, and we see.
Yeah, he was caught flat-footed
yeah,
there.
He's caught flat-footed there, Warhurst. He just can't get there. Beautiful try. So crucial. It's important now. We mentioned in the first half the errors off the kickoff. You've got to be really switched on here and catch this ball on the full.
Where's Ainscough going to send this one? Long.
It's a great take.
Well taken. Oh, he's back again. He's Reimer. Big Joe. It's actually McMillan, isn't it? Superb run from him.
Yeah, bravery there as well from the number 15. Vinny Braychek.
Jamie Hall with that carry as well. Gets outside the 20-metre mark. Archie with the bit between the teeth after that score.
Yeah, there looks to be a little bit of fatigue now on the Bedford lads' legs.
Oh, there's
but this will help.
An error. I think I've cursed him again, Kev.
Double curse.
Maybe I should just shut up next time they're in possession.
Yeah, this is a fantastic opportunity now. 6 tackles on a play. Just as they was looking fatigued, the momentum once again. Cruel, cruel. When you want to play the ball so quickly, it means so much, and then you drop the ball.
Got a bit of communication coming from the base of that scrum, what they're going to launch, bit of a chat between Sanderson and also Alfie Ainscough. Kobe Barn feeds it, or well cut off. Morris has work to do. He's done really well there, to be fair, as Preston Hoyle tracked him all the way. He's actually lost a couple of metres on that. Try and making them up now through Alistair Anderson. On the edge of the 30, Bedford High trailing by 2, currently 8 points to 10. Here's Billy Wingfield.
Been a great battle, hasn't it, between both sets of front rowers.
Certainly has. And now Ainscough trying to add a bit of sparkle and brute force from that run. That's superb. He's left 2 players on the deck.
Yeah, it was a real tough one there. Fair play to that man, Preston Hoyle. Got his body in the front.
He did everything to try and stop him, didn't he?
Yeah, he copped a little bit in the face there as well. For me, it was a bit of it's unfortunate. Elbows into his jaw. this kid's okay, because he showed a lot of bravery there, Preston Oil.
Yeah, they're indicating that he's going to have to come off with a head injury.
Yeah, we never like to see that at any age, but especially when, you know, young lads still at school doing the best to win a National Cup final. And what he's done there is put his body on the line.
Oh, he was so brave.
So brave, because I don't think I'd want to get in front of that Alfie Ainscough the way he's run all day. You know, just gets his bumpers up, completely legal, but there won't be any consolation for that man, Preston Oil, lying on the floor.
So currently 8 points to 10 in favour of Archbishop Centre, who scored a few minutes ago through Harry Reimer. They had earlier scored through Logan Sims as well. And just the goal kick from Fewler separating the sides. 2 try score from Bedford High as well. Alfie Ainscough in the first half, Tom Webster at the start of the second half. All concern being shown for Preston Hoyle.
Mr. Finn Gladstone will take his place on the field for the first time today, off the bench.
And here's where the game comes secondary, doesn't it? It's all about the health and welfare.
Absolutely, and everyone, you know, both sets of players, both sets of fans, you know, the game is important, but nowhere near as important as making sure that Preston Hoyle is okay, and the medical staff, the RFL, you know, they do this very, very well, better than anyone.
They'll practice this protocol so often, won't they? It's well practiced and everybody knows what they're doing.
Yeah, it's so important. It needs to be. I think, you know, the first thing they'll get the spinal board on and they'll look at his back and his neck. Then they'll make sure that, you know, when they're getting him off the field, concussion-wise, you know, and then once he gets checked out, you know, there'll be a protocol longer term for him. And I'm sure this, for anyone watching at home, as bad as it does look, whenever I've been in that situation, you do want to get up, but the medic, they know the best, and they tell you just to stay still. He's moving his hands and he's moving his feet, which is always a great sign, but I think they will be getting the stretcher on just to make sure.
While we've got this stoppage, we will look back at the tries that have been scored in this game so far. Belligerent run that from Wingfield, and then ball worked out.
Lovely right foot step, wasn't it? Bang, off his right, straight through. It was the man who's caused the problems all day. This was probably my pick. Just real smart players from a standoff. In Marshall Taylor, just gets the ball wide. Finds a beautiful pass. You call that 1-1. Left edge versus right edge. Defensively again, we saw this occasion, the ball gets spilled out And as it gets whipped across, we thought there was going to be a try. And it was young Jacob Fairclough who just couldn't get the ball down. Brilliant scramble defence, wasn't it?
That celebration as well from Fulis. He knew that he'd come up with a cracking play.
He's been terrific. Well, let's watch Fulis in action, because the man that we've spoken about catches the ball, and then Fulis just grabs hold of it, and just too strong. Just refuses to be beaten there.
Every time I watch that, I think he's going to score.
Well, the way he's run the ball and how strong he's looked every time. And this is where the break came by Fulis. And this is where you cursed him.
I did.
And he drops the ball.
Sorry about that, Ellis. It's my fault, that one. I'll take that one for everybody.
But he is having the last laugh at the minute. No, it wasn't on this occasion. The ball goes down at Reuben Judd's feet. He just can't get there.
It was a difficult pass to take, that, wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
always
it was a one-handed offload. But again, chance went begging. And it was Sam LaShaw who gets the quick play of the ball. Fortunate not to be picked up. Then once the ball comes out to the number 8, Tom Webster, he just puts his head down and scores the try, which clearly give them the momentum and the lead. But then Archbishop weren't done, and this man single-handedly, Harry Rayner, just goes straight through the opposition. But not only does he score the try, he puts it right under the black dot, giving that man who's had a fantastic game, Ellis Fulis, the chance to convert. And thankfully, young Preston Oil now is coming off the field, and even better, he's walking off with the medic's help.
Oh, that's absolutely superb, that. Preston Oil so brave, put himself right in the way of danger, didn't he, as Alfie Ainscough was tearing his way down the left-hand side. Such a brave challenge.
Yeah, he put everything into it. And he'll be hoping that it's not in vain, because they've got to switch right back on now.
It's really encouraging that he's being helped off by the medical staff.
Yeah, the job for his teammates now to show that same sort of desire that young Preston showed himself. He's put everything into that tackle.
The game's back underway with Bedford High in possession, and Warhurst finds Wingfield, but Wingfield spills it under pressure. Great defence in the middle of the field. They packed that area again, and he was right in the eye line, to be honest.
Yeah, you often see that, Dave, when there has been a stoppage, that concentration from either the defensive side or attacking side can just slide a little bit. And on that occasion, it was from Bedford. They tried to put a nice play on, but it was the big man, London McMillan, who just got out and put the shot on. I think it was Billy Wingfield who just couldn't collect the ball.
I'm with you. I like what I've seen of these front rowers. They've been tremendous this afternoon.
Yeah, and as is this lad, I'm so impressed with him. He's not the biggest, but wow, he's got a big heart.
He's got so much desire, hasn't he? Just to get forward and do everything.
Jamie Hall, and then one of the big fellas.
This time they switched it down. Back towards the middle now. Big hit on Ty Walker. Walker's after a quick play of the ball and gets it. Moved down this right side. Back towards the middle now. Big hit on Ty Walker. Walker's after a quick play of the ball and gets it. Moved down this right side. But they're still in it, trailing by just 2 points. Bedford High back in possession, just outside their own 20-metre line. Right. Finds his front quickly, plays it just outside the 30.
To contain the big man.
Barmer linking with the support of Warhurst. Knew he was going to get hit as soon as he reached that defensive line, and Jamie Hall picked him out. Off right, kick comes in from Sanderson.
Oh, and that's a spiralling bomb.
Oh, and he's got nowhere near it either. The Shipley bounces, Fulis is cleaned up. Fulis on, kick comes in from Sanderson.
Oh, and that's a spiral.
It's cleaned up, Fulis on, can he be?
Well, I've spotted at least 4 or 5 on either side that have had terrific.
It's a little bit earlier. Kick comes in on the last, spiral from Taylor. Oh,
that's a great take, what a take. Well, hasn't he had a good last 5 minutes or so, Archie Warhurst? The tackle to prevent him, even though it was without the ball, he's kept his side in it there. The spiral bomb, he takes it with ease.
That take was superb.
Just stood behind the ruck, he looks really tired.
George Wilson played.
The pressure of the game at stake. He needs to drop this over to tie the game.